it's that time of the season. Can we call it season? Pre-season. It's the season 20 recaps or pre-caps, whichever we want to call it. And this is our first one in the challenge. And I'm extremely lucky to have, yet again, not one, but two co-announcers, what's fantastic. So let's welcome them on board. First of all, welcome Overkill.
Hello.
And welcome Clown Zombie.
Hello.
Who, I've got to say it again, as I said off air, he just sounds so like Carlton Cass. People tell me, I'm not, dreaming this up. I'm not going mad. People who know him, you tell me that he does sound like him.
I'll never tell. I'll never say who I really am.
It is. It's too nice though, isn't it? He can't be. But welcome to both coach, both pro coaches as well. So that's great. As we're going to have a look at the challenge, and I thought last season challenge was brilliant. We saw a lot of the old teams come back. We saw some new up and coming superstars. I thought Pally, is it Palidocus? I can't pronounce it. I thought he did really well with his lizards. I thought he did well there. And it's great to see a few more new coaches this season. Well, we obviously Dai Panda Katsi making her debut in the league as well. So I'm looking forward to that. And obviously, let's see how Laser Owl gets on. But yeah, it looks good. Clown Zombie, what was the best thing for you last season? Anything what stood out for you?
Yeah, you're right about the Challenge League. Challenge League was amazing last season with, like you said, some powerhouses coming back. Mm-hmm. 4 Horsemen returned, which was pretty special. Although some of you did better than others. Yep. Thankfully, otherwise you probably would have taken over the whole place. They had some good new coaches show up. And yeah, I think it's going to be the same again this year. I mean, we've got, even in this pool, we've got a couple of new teams, but old coaches on some of them, and we've got some kind of established trophy cabinet teams that are kind of like that look like they're going to dominate. So we'll have to see how it goes. Yeah,
it's funny, isn't it? Because I think it was Cavalier Archer. My apologies for picking you as the name I can remember, but there's been a bit of interest about these trophy cabinet teams. Some people think it's unfair, some people think it's okay. The only thing I can really say is, look, when you get to the pros, you're going to be going against these teams anyway. So you just got to get on with it. It's as simple as that. It's. I'd rather have the trophy cabinet teams and see these teams like Weeping Widowmakers, Bill Cow Power Hour, the Rednecks, obviously Ravanga the Dwarfs is another one. I think. Me personally, maybe the challenge TV structure should be maybe about 1,600. Maybe that might make it a bit safer. But I like seeing these old teams back, and that's something I can't wait to see. Is it the Pumpkin Kings? Oh man, they're one of my favourite teams ever. I can't wait to see them come back. They'll be amazing. Overkill. You was a bit worried you might get relegated last season. Well done, you didn't. So that was brilliant. You've been rewarded with a nice, lovely play pool this season. Anything? What you like? What did you like last season? Anything stand out for you?
Scraping by my teeth to stay up. Playing against some amazing coaches and some amazing games last season.
Yeah.
All around.
Yeah, I saw your game against Undead But West. So I thought you had an amazing game. You did really well in that one. I was unlucky not to get something from that. And obviously you've got yourself a new sign-in as well, so that'll help. And obviously, hopefully this season you'll be able to do even better.
To looking at my team and slating it again, because it's pretty.
It's got to be better than last season, I'm sure. I don't think you were slated last season, was you? I can't believe we'd slate. I can't believe we'd slate it.
Saying a lot of bloat, too much blodge.
Yes.
That's my style.
That sounds about right. To be fair, I'll let you off. Right then. Let's get on with it. Weka, obviously, is Dio. I love Dio. He says, crush it, guys. Well, we'll try our best. So, here we go then. So, it's 2 conferences. We're going to start off with the KS Prime Republic. Obviously, I'll ask the guys what they think, and then we'll go best match, worst match for these teams as well. So, let's have a look at Arctic Thistle first, and we'll let Overkill have the first say on this team. Anything you like, dislike on this team?
I think it's missing a Yeti, but I like Yetis.
No,
so I like that disturbing presence on him. I like him being a claw threat piece.
Yeah.
Obviously. But it seems to be like a well-started team. It doesn't seem to be like quite that. It seems to be missing in places, but it's a good start.
Yeah, I think he only started last season. I mean, his record last season was 1-1, drawn 3, lost 3. But I played him once in the farm, and I was impressed the way he was positioning. So I think he certainly he's got the ability, definitely at this level, to do well. I think last season it was just one of those things. But I agree with you, Overkill. You've got to have a Yeti in this team because the thing is, apart from it's got Mighty Blow and Claw, what's really good against the heavy AV teams. I think Yetis scare people. So your more useful players like your Berserkers and that, they maybe not hit them as often because they'll want to get the Yeti out of the way, especially some like Orcs or Dwarfs.
Disturbing presence, I want the -2 passing. That's good against Elves.
Yeah.
If you can get him in a decent position.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad. Clown Zombie, what do you think of this team?
It's good. It's good. It's like a baby Norse team, isn't it? So it doesn't look like it's got a lot of skills for the TV that it has. At 1530, it's quite healthy TV, but it looks like it's still developing. So you've got a nice looking Berserker with edge up and dodge, which is nice and mobile. And he's got a pair of runners, which are good both blodge, so that should help keep them alive. But other than that, I mean, there's no guard. He still needs to put block on one of his werewolves, whatever you call it, Ulfenwerners.
Yep.
He's got no tackle, so it looks like it's just still in the early development stage. But it's strange because he's such a high TV. I think it must be because he's got such a deep bench. I think because he's got 13 players.
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? And he's got some stats as well, what will inflate as well.
So I'm not sure if I'd rather swap 2 of those linemen for a Yeti, like you said.
Yeah.
But he has got the chance, I suppose, of there's a couple of high TV teams in this play pool that he could potentially induce in. Is it Snowpelt?
The strength 6.
Yeah. So he could always do that, but on the other hand, he's got fresh chaos he's got to play. He's got quite low TV dwarves. He probably won't be able to do that every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna struggle against high AV teams with no Mighty Blow either. So
yeah, it's you see, when I look at this team, first thing I thought was 1530 is quite high for this, but then he's got a bench, and I like he's got a bench because he's only AV7. But the issues he's got here is no Mighty Blow. That's the first thing. He's got no Yeti. I think I hate big guys. I really detest them. But one team I would take a big guy on is obviously the Norse. Regarding obviously inducement style players, Cheney, he's a given. He's the first one you take. High movement, got claw, strength 4, wrestle. I'd take him before Snowpelt for definite. But you look at it and you think,
could take the Cheney. That's a good point.
Yeah, the thing is, he's got an agility 4 berserker, and I'm just thinking, oh man, I don't want a berserker with agility 4 blodger. He's like a ball carrier. He's there to hurt stuff. He's not there to prance about. So I don't like that build at all. I love where he's put Fend on both his linemen. I love that, especially on the LOS. I think Fend and Tackle are the 2 skills you get on a Norse lineman if you just roll normal. I think that is a really good, smart thing. Strength 4, you're never going to turn that down on a lineman, so I like that. His throw's got movement 7, I like that. Interesting that his runners, he's building them like Bretonia Blitzers. Blodge, catch. What's interesting? So I'm presuming... again, I'm trying to guess like he did in the last pre-cap, is maybe, the agility 4 piece will take it and then he'll just hand off to one of these 2 will run it in. Or the thrower can throw it in. Obviously, you've got your throw, so your pass built-in reroll and your catch built-in reroll. It's got some nice pieces to this, but it does seem like it needs at least another season in development. It's not there yet. And again, some of the developed teams, I think the only chance it's got of beating them is if his inducements are spot on, like we've already said, with Snowpile or Cheney, Wizards, Babes would be good as well. But again, there's not even a DP on this out. There's no data player on there. I'm just trying to think where he's going to get his attrition from. There's nothing there what screams I'm going to hurt yet, unless he's very good at like these frenzy, surfs and that. But a lot of coaches are pretty smart not to get frenzied off in the MML. So, yeah, and that's a good point as well, Overkill. Yeah,
he's going to get frenzy trapped eventually. With the slight look of it.
Yeah, that's a brilliant thing here, Overkill. You are absolutely right because he's got no guard. He's got plenty of frenzy pieces there, and like I said, he hasn't got the Yeti as well. What would have helped with the strength. So yeah, I know we feel a bit doom and gloom, but I think you never know. I mean, they could surprise us. He's got the bench. He's got 90k in the bank, so it's not terrible. And there is, like I said, there is bits in there I like, but you know.
To be fair to Laser Owl, he's built his team in a unique way, which I like. Like there's another Norse team in this play pool, which I don't want to spoil it, but is a very different build. And what we have here is we've got passing Norse, which you don't see very often. And I think there's a potential that could take a couple of coaches by surprise. They may not be expecting a Norse long bomb, but he could pull it off with this team. So fair play to him.
I mean, the other thing I'm going to say as well, I mean, you two can agree or disagree. I think last season's the play pool he was in was a really tough one. I mean, he played against the Fire Salamanders, who were top of, obviously, there was top seed of challenge. They had the best record, only let one TD, and he played them. He played against Abomination Nation, who were former MML champions as well. He had the Stromdorf Stompers, who did well also. So there's, it was a really tough. A play pool he was in. He did beat the Bronzehorn Bombers, who will play again this season, I do believe, and also he got a draw with Viking Power, what was the other Norse team. So he's got a bit of form there. So I like I said, I try and not take much stuff from farm games, because I know, like a lot of people like myself, we don't play very top bracket when we play a farm, but he seemed to get his position and everything right. I think he'll do well. Is this team ready though? I don't know. It seems like it's still in a building phase for me, but
he's potentially one bad game from disaster, I think. So I hope his team stays healthy in this season, and he can like show what this team can do. But yeah, potentially he could be one bad game, and he could have a broken Norse team. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen.
Yeah, we've got Andy in the chat. I didn't see the surf records, Andy, and his nickname is now number 2 after yesterday. You're a cruel lot. I won't call you number 2, Andy. I won't call you that.
Between all these teams, he's got 5 surfs, by the look of it.
Has he? 5 surfs. Where's that? I didn't see that. Is it on the...
If you go onto the player, you go to statistics, it says at the bottom, crowd surfs inflicted.
Let's have a look. Where am I going? There we go. So in statistics we're going to, yeah. I couldn't see it.
On each individual player, on the exact bottom.
Alright, so I have to actually go to every player?
Individually, yeah.
Oh yeah, quite okay. I'll take your word for that then.
Oh, not 6. 6.
Bloody hell. I'll be over there.
His frenzy pieces, one of them's got like 3 and the other have barely got anything.
Right.
Crowd surf wise, so it doesn't look like he's been getting the opportunity to crowd surf very much, but people in MML I think are a bit better at spotting that.
And I think as well is Norse are renowned for frenzy, so people will be more aware against them than say another team with maybe one frenzy piece, so it'll be interesting. Right.
He's got a level 2 stadium with no enhancement, so he could be looking to get a what's it called, a beer stand?
Yeah, beer stand if he wants it. Yeah. That's a good shout.
Yeah, it could be helpful.
Yeah. Right, Overkill. Which is the best matchup for this Norse? Who do you fancy him getting points from?
Die Panzer, because it's also another not very developed team, if you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I feel like they're more evenly matched. She's barely got any guard. She's got one piece of guard, so the guard's not gonna matter. If he targets that one piece of guard, gets it off at field, then they're in a straight slug match, and he can pick out who he wants.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
Other than that, there's a lot of big boys, and depends on how well he does with his inducements.
Yeah.
That can make or break a game.
Yeah, that's in it. The inducements are pretty important. Clan Zombie, who do you think is his best matchup?
I'd probably have to say, the Necro are a good shout, but I'd have to say the other Norse team in the pool, Viking Power. Mainly because they're kind of similar build-wise. They don't have any guard either. They've got a bit more Mighty Blow, but they don't have a bench. So essentially, it's just going to be a straight attrition off and see who can get the most players removed off the pitch the fastest, I think. And then if Laser Arrow has a good start, then I think he's got a good chance against this team.
Yeah, that's a fair point indeed. I'm just thinking, what's the best matchup? I kind of agree, probably with Overkill. To be fair, I think Daipand, obviously, the team's very similar. I'd be a bit concerned about the two Wolves, but they've got no Mighty Blow either, so they're going to hit as hard as you are.
Claw's blow on them as well for against. No, so the claw literally doesn't matter.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, the Silver Suns have got the strength advantage, so yeah, I can see about Viking Power as well, but then they may be able to get two babes, so it might be able to help. But the Mighty Blow scares me with Viking Power. They on AV7, they might be able to. I feel like he's bringing a gun to the fight, and obviously Laser Owl's bringing a knife. And I just think Booby's Mighty Blow works. That could be a problem. Ulf is AV8, but majority of them are AV7. And obviously, Ulf's are strength 4, Wolves are strength 3, so you should be able to protect your Wolves against the Claw. Worst matchup for them? We'll go to Crown first this time. What's the worst matchup for them?
Oof, it's probably going to be the Widowmakers.
Right.
I'd say that high AV with no Mighty Blow.
Yep.
Funden's got a nice amount of guard, so he's probably going to be out-strengthening him across most of the pitch. And he's got his Funden's got some nice pestigores. So even if Laser tries to run a catcher up the pitch, he won't be able to get away very easy. So I think that's going to be a tough one for him. Yeah,
fair dues. Overkill, do you agree or do you see something else?
It's a tight toss-up between Thunden and Rednecks. Probably Thunden with how stacked his team is looking at the minute.
Yeah.
All that guard, all them skills.
Are you two guys surprised they didn't make the playoffs last season?
Thunden?
The Weeping Widow. Yeah.
Yeah, very surprised. Yeah, he was definitely one of the favourites. But he was in a really tough group, wasn't he? Who was he with? He was with...
It was more shots.
Roik, more shots.
I also agree with what Dio's just said. Passing game removed versus Thunden.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, all that disturbing presence isn't going to help his catching runners very much, is it?
No, it's not. The only thing I look at when we look at these sort of matchups is a lot of people will get loved up over the high TV, and I agree with that. But I always try and look at positive and think, oh well, that means I've got a lot more inducements. What can I get with inducements? And he's going to get a fair whack if we go against them or the Rednecks, I guess. Saying all that, though, I totally agree the Weeping Widowmakers are the worst scenario because the thing is, the Widowmakers are so well balanced. They've got a lot more guard this season, or if I feel like they've got a lot more guard. They've got block Beast of Nurgle. Like you two both said, the disturbing presence will hopefully shut down the passing game more. But what makes Thunder's teams a lot harder to beat is he's got the ball carriers. He's got a movement 8 Pestigo. He's got Sabbath and an agility 4 piece. Triple HPV. He's a agility 4. He's got some Mighty Blow in there as well. So he's going to be able to break the AV7. He's going to be able to handle the ball probably better than the Norse. And like you've already said, all that lovely AV9 armor, and he's got no Mighty Blow against it. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think the Widowmakers are the team you do not want to play against. If you can get anything from that draw, if you can get a draw from that game, I'd be extremely happy because that is a really, really bad matchup. But I'm interested to see how he does. I don't think they'll finish bottom. I think mid-table is a possibility for Arctic Thistle. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I hate saying that because they usually do then. But I think like you guys said, as long as he doesn't get off to a bad start and lose a lot of players, I think he could be there or thereabouts. He could be one of those dark cards,
It all depends on scheduling for him. If he hits first, followed by Rednecks, I think his season's going to be a lot worse. It all depends when he hits them teams that are going to be bogey towards him.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, no, I mean, sorry.
No, go ahead. No, you finish what you say. I'm just another quick look at the notepad.
No, I was just going to say, yeah. I mean, it's a development season, I think, for Laser, in that a couple more guard pieces, add some mighty blow, a few interesting stat ups, and then next season after that, he's going to have a really strong Norse team, I think, as long as they stay healthy.
Yeah. I always think you've got to have a medal or be insane to play Norse. It's one of those teams I look at and I've tried and I just think, oh my god, I hate them. They seem to break a lot, and they haven't got the agility to dodge away. That's why I like Fend on them. I think that's a really good pick. But yeah, it'll be good to see how he does. Right, so we've gone from a team in transition, or we think are, to a team what's coming straight out the trophy cabinet. I have not heard so much. I mean, people are going about the Four Horsemen, but I tell you what. Rednecks, I think, all I've heard is they're going to kill everything, nobody's safe, they're the best, they break everything, and the Wolves are scary. So, let's have a look at the Rednecks then, I guess. Nice motto, lock up your sister. Right, okay, Overkill, you're a killie coach, tell me, is this a scary team?
Yeah, I hate Wolves.
Yeah, I hate Wolves.
They're just so fast and good killers.
Mm.
They come with claws, get a mighty blow. They've got tackle, they've got pylon. One's got pylon and jump up. He's that Joey Hobb, is it? Bob?
Joey Bob, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's a nasty little piece. Then he's got a faster one, movement 9, mighty blow, dodge, tackle, block. It's just they're just horrible pieces, and I'm a really big fan of ghouls as ball runners and stuff like that. I know some people aren't; they prefer to use the wolves and stuff like that. But he's got an AG for blodge, sure hand, sidestep,
jump up,
ball handling, ghoul, which he's just gonna be a pain in everybody's backside to get off ball off of him. When he's being defended by, wolves ripping people's heads off, some whites that are fairly decently built as well, some flesh columns, it's going to be a hard team to face.
Yeah. What do you think, Clown?
For me, this team it's all about Joey Bob. Like, the team by itself isn't, like you said, particularly scary, but I don't know what it is about this player, but he just seems to... He's just like a killing machine. Like if you look at his stats, if you want to go into his individual stats, he's like blessed by Nuffle. He's got 491 blocks, and he's with 346 injuries.
Yeah,
so if he hits you, if he hits you, it's a great chance he's breaking armor. He's made 82 Kaz.
Yeah.
It just seems to be like he's just a removal machine.
Yeah.
So if he's on form, as he always seems to be, this is a scary team.
Yeah, I mean, I look at, obviously, me and Bears are very good mates in real life, so I know how he plays and everything as well. But I get the point with the two wolves. They are very deadly. But I just want to talk about the other pieces. I agree with Overkill that Ghoul should have the ball. Your wolves should be there to hunt. Give the Ghoul the ball, and he's got an amazing ball carrier in Jim the Ninja. I mean, agility 4, blodge, sidestepper, show hands, and he's got jump up. So if you don't break arm, he'll just pop back up. So I really like that. But I tell you what, I really, really hate to face, but great for him, is the two golems. Both got guard, both blodge, both stand firm. So if you don't knock him down, you're stuck on that player. I would definitely probably go to like Mighty Blow on both them next, just make him more nastier. Thorgrim the Kills out as a white, I'd probably go tackle next on him, and Uncle Tom, another guard, stand firm. So he's got his 3, because I know he hates 110 as he really doesn't like them. So he's got 3 stand firm, so unless it's a point and click, if them 3 people on the pitch, you ain't scoring on that 110 thing. So I like that as well. He's obviously got the kick, he's got a nice guard zombie as well. But big goal is it? The goal doesn't need 2 goals. I don't really know. They break a lot. What are you going to do with them? I guess maybe he's there to pick it up if there's a wizard. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he needs a backup goal. I think because the one weakness for this team is if I'm playing this team, and I got a wizard, Ninja is going to get a lightning bolt at some point in the match.
Right.
And I like the jump up. So if you don't break armor, jump up means he can still score. Yeah. You're more likely you're going to break armor. You're going to maybe take him off the pitch, and then he hasn't really got anyone else to pick the ball up. If he's been unlucky and had to burn a couple of rerolls, and he's relying on a 3-up pickup, to score a touchdown, it's going to be tough. So if you can get Ninja off the pitch, it's a bit more challenging for this team to score. But that's why I think it's smart to get that fresh goal in and just start leveling it up. I think as a backup.
Thing is, though, the way I look at that is it's going to be a 3+ pickup. But the thing is, to me, if Jim the Ninja goes down, then it's like, Sammy Joe, get the ball, will you? While Joey Bob does his thing. Movement 9, a lot quicker than Big Ghoul is. He's got protection in blodge. Anything good gets in his way can just smack him out of the way. I've always been a fan of saying, right, you're my goal, you have the ball, I'll protect you. The only thing that obviously I'm worried about when you're high TV like this is lightning bolts, because AV7 no regen is an issue. So that's why I thought maybe he's got Big Goalies there. So crap, I'm against a team with a wizard. You know what, Big Goalie, you take the ball. When you get bolted, Jim will take the ball, and everything's okay again. It's a good team. I think last time they was in the pros, they got a record of 1-5, lost 2, and they was knocked out of the playoffs by a certain team you may have heard of, the Ubistreak Flamers, who obviously won last night. So it takes a good team to stop this team. How do you stop? I mean, is it just a case of take out Joey Bob, everything's all right in the world, or not? Because I think Sammy Joe's pretty good. Mighty Blow Claw.
Yeah, I mean, if Joey Bob wasn't on the team, then that other wolf is a fantastic wolf. Lodge Mighty Blow Tackle. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah. And it's nice. But I mean, I've watched this team play a few times, and again, very good team, very good coach. I have seen a couple of matches where Funden loves to blitz with Joey Bob. And he blitzes with Joey Bob, even if sometimes it may not be exactly the best move to go for. So he does. There is a slight over-reliance on Joey Bob and piling on, especially piling on when maybe piling on isn't the best choice. So I think that could possibly be a slight Achilles heel. But like I said, if he doesn't have to use him. He's got a strength 4 Mighty Blow weight he can blitz with instead. So he's got options. Just having watched the team, I think there might be a slight over-reliance on always blitzing with Joey Bob.
Yeah. Just to make it clear, it's not Thunder, it's Bearzo's team. So sorry, Bearzo, don't start telling me off. It's Bears who blitzes, not Thunden, but no worries.
I say Thunden, sorry.
Yeah. I could just see the ball going, I'm not a neck crew, and Bears going, hey man, that's mine.
I'm laying it up. Thunden, he's terrible. He's the worst coach ever. This team is complete rubbish. Thunden, I can't believe what you've done.
I mean, I agree where you can have you're zoning on that play. I mean, I had the same with Mad Frankie Fraser. He's my killer. And it's like, right, if I can get him in there, he's taking the shot because that's his job. But sometimes, like you say, you can be over reliant on a piece, and you've got to get others in the action. Otherwise, the rest of the team don't build up their XP or anything, so you get very one-dimensional. And like I said, if that play gets, if Joey Bob's off the pitch, then also this team, that's a big loss. Right, let's go to best and worst matchups. Overkill. Oops, I've just gone out of it. What is their best matchup, do you think?
It's maybe the Dwarfs?
Ooh, just Stevie. I can imagine him saying, that's fighting talk, like Overkill. That's fighting talk.
I'm just thinking because he can outpace them.
Yep.
Quite easily. The high AV doesn't matter when he's got them wolves running about.
Yep.
and if he can pick his men properly, he'll poke a hole into these that they won't be able to recover from.
That's a good shout.
I think they're going to struggle to keep up with the Ninja.
No, that's a good shout.
Whilst they've also got to worry about Joey Bob, and he's not giving away too much. It's getting up to 300k, but
yeah,
compared to some of the lower people with like 700k, I think it's a bit more manageable.
Yeah,
they're not going to be able to get like a wizard and a really good star player, and a lot of stupid things.
I just if I'm just Stevie, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a death roller and a Brab, and he's gonna be hopefully on the pitch for 2 drives, because death rollers are fun. What can I say? But yeah, it's a very good spot what you said, because if you're the Necro, you're like, you're not gonna outpace me. I've got 2 wolves in the back. You break through, I'm just gonna eat you. I've got my golems there just to like hold you, like like a big kid against his little brother, where he just puts his like hand on his head and he's trying to swing and punch him and he's just holding him in place. But it's a really good point what you've said there, Overkill. I certainly wouldn't disagree with you. Just Stevie has been quiet all this time. All of a sudden he's come in. I'm not saying nothing, but Overkill is a mank with no brains. Oh, just Stevie. Clown, do you agree, or are you going for somebody else?
That obviously Stevie's not going to want to face that claw mighty blow pylon, but I think all the tackle that the dwarfs have got is going to negate a lot of the dodge that Berzo's put on his team.
Yeah.
Obviously the dodge golems, that's not going to help them, and the blodge wolves, they're not going to be doing much dodging really if it's just a 3-up with no reroll.
And the other thing as well, Clown, is that Joey Bob is only agility 2, so that's a big thing.
Yeah, exactly. So just base him, and then he's not going anywhere really.
Yeah.
I think probably their best matchup is going to be the other Necro team. Simply for the fact that they just do everything that they do already, but just better.
Yeah.
It's just because this team is further along, they're just going to have too many tricks, too many skills for the
Necro team.
Yeah. I just think they're not going to be able to keep up with them.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree with Clown on the Panda one, but Panda's been really nice to me in Goblin Gambling. She's been she's been tipping me to win. She's been showing me a lot of love, so I dare not pick. I don't want to pick on. So I'll let you do that. I'm gonna go. Oh God, who do I go for? I'm not gonna go for the dwarfs, because dwarfs and claw, they seem to do well against claw. Although I agree with what Overkill says. I'm going to go for the Silver Suns. What are they going to do against this Necro team? Nothing is what they're going to do. He's going to murder them. He's absolutely going to murder this team, and that's nothing against the coach. I look at this team. I've got some guards. Yeah, he's got more. I've got a bit of mighty blow. He ain't really going to be scared about that. His best ball carrier is a block, show hands guy. It's early development, and Chaos are always weak early development until they get better. So that's not the Silver Suns' fault. Silver Suns, that's a 40k Space Marine team, isn't it? If I remember correct, I'm guessing.
1,000 Suns, you're thinking.
Oh, there you go then. I'm sure. Yeah. Well, there you go.
They definitely. I could see why you've said they've definitely got like a Zinchi vibe to them of the blue armor. So
yeah, that's what I thought.
I think
it might be a reference to 1,000 Suns, like
maybe.
a successive Untitled Chapter.
Maybe.
I think so.
You'll have to let us know. But I think this team's in trouble against the Necro.
Well, it's his first season in MML, I think.
Yeah.
Well.
And that's the concern I've got for a few of these coaches. It's like they're quite new, and they're going to come up against some really big powerhouses.
But he's also going to get 700k inducements.
Yeah, there's nothing really what they can get what would scare me if I was that redneck team.
Wizard, chainsaw, bribe.
Chainsaw. I don't. Yeah, Grashneck's not a bad one. They can get that. What do they call him? Is it Borak? I love Borak. I'd get him.
There's quite a lot of fun tools that Chaos can pick up for against Necro with that much.
Yeah, and Teddy just said the same thing, and obviously I'm in the rookie league at the moment. Another thing, I'm teaching a coach, and I said the way you get better is getting beat. because that's when you find out what's wrong with your game or
why.
why.
When I played first, I went straight into a league.
Yeah.
Like in tabletop with a team that I just bought against people who've been playing for years and years, and I got my ass handed to me week in, week out.
Yeah.
And I slowly learned these skills are good.
Yeah.
This you play like this.
Yeah.
It teaches you how to play.
Yeah. And that's the thing, isn't it? It's like. You know, it's like when obviously teaching this rookie, he was doing things wrong, but the dice saved the first 2 games, so he won. So everything's okay. Next 2 games, dice don't save yet, you lose, and then you think, what happened? And then you go and say, right, oh yeah, this is why I lost. This is, you know, and you can learn from the good coaches, like obviously the Thundens, you know, and obviously Bezo.
Bezo's a nice guy. He'll probably talk to him during the game and probably.
Yeah,
might help him out. He's just a general nice guy, but
I
don't think he'll ever.
I have to say, if you're saying you've learned by losing, if you look at this team's stats, he's got a pretty impressive record.
He has. He's got a very good record. Yeah.
So he can't have learned a lot so far because he hasn't lost much.
Depends on them 2 losses. They may be really key losses.
The game they played, he lost twice really badly, and after that,
he would have all.
He learned his lesson.
He's taking the place.
But the guy can play.
Chaos, yeah.
The guy can play. But I'm just looking at this team. I'm like, you know, on paper, and I know games that are played on paper, but it's got no chance.
Before this season started, he was looking to transfer, but he were on about dropping his block Mighty Blow, pick up a block Mighty Blow Claw.
Yeah.
But I advised him against that because I thought it was just a waste of money.
I wouldn't say it's a waste of money, but what will happen is that at least he's got money in the bank, so if something does go wrong,
it's a waste of money.
Yeah.
If one of his Chaos Warriors drops dead first game, and he's like, well, I've just...
he's in trouble.
Shit.
Yeah, you're right, because...
Missing Chaos Warriors in this team, especially in this low down, is going to be crucial because he's not got much skills anywhere else.
Yeah.
But he's got really well balanced Chaos Warriors.
Yeah, I think he'll do alright against a lot of these teams, but against the Rednecks, I think it's going to be lambs to the slaughter.
I didn't really look down there, but I kind of agree with Other Dwarf, but just because it's Stevie.
Okay, this is an interesting one then. So I've gone for what? Right, let's have a look. So you said the worst matchup would be the Dwarfs. Clown, you said the Necro. Now I've obviously gone with the Chaos. So what is their worst matchup? Come on, Overkill. Who's going to be their worst matchup?
I think Thunden again is going to... I think them two they're rocking roughly about, you know, same TV weight. They're both skilled as hell, but Thunden's a bit more skilled. He's not spread out as much. And he's just going to generally get stuck because... They're quite strong, Thunden's team. His runners are really skilled. And Thunden's positioning's not going to allow for Bezo to get many hits on his ball carriers efficiently. Yeah,
it's... TV-wise, obviously they're the 2 big guns, aren't they? Do you agree with that, Clown, or have you picked somebody else?
That is going to be a tough one, but I have to go for, I think, is probably his toughest. Is going to be Gerd. I think the Pro Hawks, even though the TV difference is quite significant.
Yep.
You don't want to give Gerd that much inducement money because he'll know what to spend it on. And Bezo famously hates elves, hates playing against elves. His team doesn't have a lot of tackle. He's got tackle on the wolves.
Yep.
But that's it. And I just think this elf team is just going to run around him.
Yeah.
I think Gerd is just going to do some slippery elf.
No, sorry, for 5 dodge pieces.
Yeah. Oh, that's. I mean, that should be enough for Gerd. I think. I think this team is going to be a bit too tricky, and I think if all that claw isn't going to work against AV7, and if Gerd's elves can stay on the pitch, I think this is going to be a tough game for Bezo.
Yeah. I agree with both of you. They both look the 2 dangerous ones. But I was going to go with Pro Hawks as well because it's Gedley. And Gerdley doesn't have to get into attrition like Thunden probably will have to, and get trapped on them stand firm pieces. He can just go around it. He's going to have a wizard. He's going to be able to get other stuff. And the great thing about Pro Elves is they have a great selection of star players. They get to pick from the Dark Elves, the Eye Elves, the Wood Elves, Jordell Freshbreeze, and all them. And like I said, give Gerdley all that TV. The problem is attrition-wise, are they going to be able to score enough before they go boom? I've seen Gerdley play, obviously, Pro Elves in the Champion ladder, what obviously is very good standard, and he did really, really well with them. So I know for a fact he can play these extremely well, and I think with all them inducements, he'll do well. If I was Gerd, I'd want to play Rednecks first. Get him out of the way. You know what inducements you've got. But again, yeah, the two obvious ones are the Thundens, Weep Weathermakers and these, but because all the inducements it gets, I'll go with the Elves as well. So, that's the Rednecks out the way. Let's move on to the next team. What is... Oh, God, can we forget the Bronze Zone Bombers? Just Stevie? We don't want to do his, do we?
Yeah. Dwarf, Yak, everybody hates
I mean, it's dwarfs. What else is there to say? Guard, Mighty Blow, done.
Well, I love dwarfs. So I've got a soft spot for dwarfs. So I'll try and stick it for Just Greavy, although he always gives me fucking shit. I was trying to think of a word what wasn't swearing, but I just couldn't think of it on the fly. Always picks on me, does Just Stevie. Always gives me grief. But I'll try and be the bigger man. Well, I am a man. He's a dwarf.
Benny, he does that to everyone, Benny. I wouldn't take it personally. It's just that's just his way. Nothing personal.
Right, well, I'm going to go to Overkill because I bet he cannot wait to have a... What do you think of this team then? It looks a wonderful team, doesn't it?
Yeah, Overkill. Yeah, it looks very boring.
Very boring.
So a good dwarf team then. I don't know what else I can say other than it looks like a standard dwarf team that looks like it's going to be boring, but it's a decently built team, but like you say, you don't really need to get dwarfs much for them to be built. Here you go, have guard. Here you go, have stand firm. Ha ha ha! What am I going to do now? I don't know. All the other skills are irrelevant because they've got everything else that matters.
That sounds like...
And a bit of Mighty Blow in there.
Yeah.
A Mighty Blow would be nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's not needed, is it? But, it helps. Yeah. It's just guard and stand firm, then you're laughing.
Yeah. Mighty Blow, and then they're done. Then they can stop levelling, then they're fine.
Yeah. I mean, he had quite a good record last season. He won 3, lost 4. And some of the games he lost, he put up a really good fight, as you'd expect from a dwarf.
The 3 that he won, he bored him to death.
Hey, a win's a win. I sort of don't get. Or do I? Do I get the hatred with dwarfs? Probably. When I play dwarf, I love dwarfs, and the reason I like dwarfs is because positioning. It makes you a better coach. Because if you misposition with a wood elf, not a problem. You misposition with a skaven, not a problem. Humans, not a problem. You misposition with a dwarf, big problem. And I just think, if you want to learn how to position, play dwarf. I'll say that to any coach, but that's just my opinion. And I really do have a soft spot for dwarfs, and I think I've said to a few as well. When obviously the 4 horsemen and obviously my cowboys retire, there's a very good chance my dwarfs will come in because I like dwarfs. They're good little guys, and and the one thing what I really love about the MML is a dwarven community. They all seem to have each other's back. You pick on just you pick on say just you pick on like just Stevie and Dio will have his back and vice versa and all that, and obviously then you've got Roik. I love Roik. So I think they get a bit of bad press really. They are annoying to play against, especially like you guys have said, guard, stand firm. That is annoying as hell. Regarding this team, there's 2 things what they need. Guard, they need more guard. They just haven't got enough guard. I think you bring in a sign in. Steve, which one did you bring in? But they need more guard than 4. 4 is just not enough. And Mighty Blow, for a dwarf team, they need more. They need more. That that's the only thing. I mean, he's got a nice runner with strength 4. He's got a nice blitzer with agility 4. It's a nice little team when he plays them well. And I think, a lot of people have I think it's fair to say a lot of people are going to talk about the big 3, Thunder, Gerdley and Bezo, but, don't count out just Stevie. He's very good with dwarfs, as he's proven many times. Zafsty, so that was a solid signing. He needed guard, he needed stand firm, and he's brought in a good player. I like his 2 Troll Slayers as well. His 2 Troll Slayers, they've got potential to be very good ones. Obviously, only 1 point away from a level up as well. It would be interesting to see how he goes with the 2 Troll Slayers, because obviously you could go tackle, but he got a lot of tackle already. He could go jugs, he could go parlon. He could just get himself a stat up if he wants, I guess. I like this team. I think it's still maybe a season 2 away from being where they need to be. Because I think he needs more Might Blown guard. I don't know if just Stevie agrees with that or not.
Signed a completed dwarf, isn't it? Fully finished dwarf of guard and Stanford.
Yeah, it's a nice team. I like the 3 rerolls as well. Always good to have. No death roller though, so that gets
a cheerleader as well and an assistant coach. So it's hoping for rerolls off her kickoffs by the look of it as well.
Yeah. But that's not a problem. Go on, Clown.
I've seen a couple of teams do that with just buying a couple of cheerleaders or a couple of coach assistants. Does that make a massive difference?
I think
for those kickoff events.
If you low rerolls, if your rerolls are really expensive, sometimes getting 1 or each of them or 2 or each of them is cheaper than a reroll, and you're more likely to get them for kickoffs. So it's
That's true. I just
getting a reroll. But other than that,
I just always thought, I
Yeah.
just always thought never buy cheerleaders or assistants. But I've seen a couple of teams doing that recently.
Yeah, it depends how many rerolls you've got, I guess. I mean, I put it on in the final, not that I did any good, but that's because I only have 2 rerolls with Nagel, so I needed it.
It's like ogres tend to do it a lot, I've heard, because ogre rerolls are are they 70k a piece?
They're expensive.
We could spend 20-30k on an assistant coach and cheerleader, and it.
Yeah, and like Teddy says, it helps when you lose the fame roll as well, because then you still got you. Because a lot of the time, I think it was Dio who said, "Look, it's about stopping the other team getting a re-roll as well. If you've got a coach assistant, and if you win the fame re-roll, you got +2 when you roll for getting that free re-roll. So it's not bad. Some people love it. Some say, well, it's 20k extra TV. What could have gone on another skill? Just even said it's only his 2nd season, so for 2nd season, this is a very good team. And like I said, if they keep healthy, they're only going to get better. Or +3. Yeah, if you get double fame Teddy, yeah. Right, okay. Best matchup overkill. What can he not wait to destroy?
He could have a really good matchup against Gerd, but Gerd's a really good coach. I couldn't see that. It's going to be a bit butting heads, but probably the Silver Suns are Panda's team.
Right.
Underdeveloped, not much block.
Yep.
All the block and all the the Necro's not got much guard either and not much block, so I'm more leaning towards them, but I feel like I'm bullying them if I keep saying
that. Well, if you think that's the team, that's the team, innit?
It's because they've got bits of block, not much. 1 piece of guard. I know Stevie's not got much guard himself. He's got 4, but that's going to make a big difference compared to that 1.
Right.
And that one being a zombie. So it's only movement 4, so it's same as. I think they're going to struggle. The claw might help with the wolves, but I think Stevie's good enough to know to kick the teeth out of the wolves if he gets the opportunity to.
Yeah, and with that tackle help. Clown, who do you think?
I don't know about the best matchup. Probably the team he's most looking forward to playing is probably Viking Power, Wiking Power.
Yeah.
I would assume, just because he's looking at all that AV7 and rubbing his hands together, all excited, like dwarfs do.
Yeah.
And he's got the Norse haven't really got any guards, so they're not going to be able to that much of a fight.
Yeah.
And they've only got 11 players. So if the Dwarfs go first and then start removing players, it's going to be an uphill match for those poor Norse, I think, straight away.
Yeah, I mean, the only concern I've got with these Dwarfs is they haven't got enough firepower. But again, he said they're only 60. 3-meter blow, still could do it. Will they benefit enough against the AV7? It's a tough one. I think the Necro of Pandid will struggle. I think the Chaos are there for the taking. And Thistle, I think the bench will help Thistle. I mean, usually, like, Pro Elves, that's usually a good matchup, but it is Gerd, isn't it? That would put me off slightly. Oh, God, this is a... There's 3 or 4 I think he's got a good chance against, but which one is the best? I'll go probably with Viking Power for the simple fact that they have no bench. So it wouldn't have to take much off to get the numbers. So I'm going to go with Viking Power being his best matchup. Overkill, West matchup.
Well, I already said Bezos TV.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a pretty nasty one, isn't it, for him? Clown, do you agree, or can you think of anything else?
Well, he's not going to look forward to playing Gerd, I have to say. I think, well, no one looks forward to playing against Gerd because you're probably going to get beat. But
I don't know. I don't think just Steve will be bothered. I don't think it'll scare him the slightest. I think Steve will go into that game going, yeah, it's Gerd, but I'm Dwarf. He's Ponzi Elves. Break a few. Job done.
But just with all that, he's got 4 movement, 8 catches.
Yeah.
He's gonna. But I don't think he's gonna be, like you said, he's not gonna actually be too scared. I think it's probably Thunden and the Widowmakers. I think he's gonna enjoy playing the least, just because, like you said, he doesn't have a lot of guard. So to try and overpower all those Nurgle warriors is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Budden's got a couple of claw pieces, and he's got a very fast ball carrier, so he can get away from those dwarfs quite easy if he has to.
Yeah, I'm sure they played last season. Or am I getting? No, he played Abomination Nation last season. Yeah, it's a fair point. The only thing, and I do this with any league. I mean, when I see a really good team like the Widowmakers, I look at the bench. They don't have one, so my brain's like, God, if I could just chisel a few of these away, especially the slow teams, 2-3 away, then I've got a chance. But then like you say, Reg Bruno with his movement 8, and you're like, oh crap. So just Steve says Thunder is meh. I'm trying to look at the Rednecks again. Oh God, the Rednecks are a horrid bunch, aren't they? You see, you could. It's really because if Joey Bob has a field day, just Steve is in trouble. But then it's just Stevie, the sort of coach, to just put the boot in. Does he have issues just saying, right, it's on the floor, I'm going to boot it, or is he one of these who thinks?
He has no worries at all about putting the boot in. If he has to, from my experience.
He's a dwarf player.
So.
See, I don't foul much with Dwarf, so that's why I asked. But I think if I had Joey Bob on the floor, he'd be getting a pounding.
I think protecting Joey Bob's going to be a big thing of theirs. I think he should be able to do it well.
Yeah, I think just Steve has a better chance against Rednecks than Weeping Widowmakers. I think Rednecks will rely on their wolves a lot, and them annoying golems are annoying, but they won't be as annoying against the dwarves because they have all that tackle. I think the Weeping Widowmakers, they've recruited smartly. They've got a lot more guard, but they've also got the firepower and the speed. I am worried that they have no bench, but as I've said earlier, just Steve has only got 3 mighty blow. So unless he gets above our average dice rolls, I don't think the Widowmakers will be that worried about that. So yeah, I'm going to say worst matchup is the Widowmakers. So, that's nice to know. Just Steve says, I'll kick everything on Bezos' team. There's probably another 6 coaches in this play pool saying, well done, Stevie. Get him up first, kill his wolf, job's done.
I think Bezo put foot in against his own team if he had choice, though.
Oh yeah, Bezo likes to foul, yeah, absolutely. It should be fun. Yeah, absolutely. I like Just Stevie. I love dwarfs. I love Just Stevie. He can be a gobby shite sometimes, but that's what probably makes him lovable. He plays the game the right way. He enjoys it, doesn't he? and it's infectious. And I'll be cheering just Stevie on. I love him. He's
definitely grumpy.
Grumpy.
No, he's
a dwarf. What do you expect? We like to be grumpy.
Even though I'm an elf coach and I'm supposed to hate dwarfs, I've played Stevie quite a lot over the last couple of seasons, and he's always a good person to play against, and it's always a fun game. So
I think
he'll be involved in some good matches this season.
I think it'd be popular if he won this division. I think he'd be a popular sort of. I'd be happy for him. He's a good lad. And I'm going to be interested in how they develop. 'Cause like I said, this only 2 seasons has been in there. If he can get some more level up on these dwarfs, get a bit more mighty blow. Because that's what, maybe, it's because I played Bash a lot, but I played a lot of dwarfs, and that's the only thing that's really lacking. A bit more guard, a bit more mighty blow. But like I said, they're only 2 seasons in, so I like his signing, Stamp Them Guard. I think that's a really good way to go. And I think they'll do well. I think if any of the big... I hate going for the big 3 because it disrespects the rest of them, but I suppose, hey, Bears are Gerd and Thunder Navani, I guess. But I think if any of them slip up, just Stevie will make them pay. I have no doubt about that. I think, he's going to be one of those dark horses, I think, this season. Anyway, let's move on then. All the best, just Stevie. Go Dwarfs. Right, Viking Power then. Oh, Bubby, I love Bubby. Just won the Goblin Gambling. So, congratulations there. Just... I won't respond to that. I won't say what he said. You can see it yourselves. Right then, Viking Power. Bubman, he's on a roll. Just won Goblin Gambling, so he knows how to pick a winner. Clown, I'll come to you first this time. What do you think of this team? You've said there's no bench. I agree with that, but what else? Anything you like or dislike about this team apart from that?
I mean, it's a nice, like I said, it's like a nice fledgling Norse team, similar to Lasers.
Yep.
In that it's a very healthy start. He's got both of his Elfenwerners, both got block, both got mighty blow. That's good. That'll help him level. Mm-hmm. He's got bare bone berserkers, unfortunately, the one with plus movement. But you'd want to see a bit of mighty blow and pylon on them eventually. And he's got 1 ball carrier as well. So he's got his runner who's going to be picking the ball up and moving with it. But that's it currently. So it looks like he's got a running game going. So he's going to be picking up, caging up, and then moving up the pitch. So again, very different to how Lasers built his team. But it looks good, but all Norse teams are high risk, high reward, aren't they? So if it works, it works, and if it doesn't work, it's gonna be tough for him.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what was that? Was that a friendly game? Oh, let's have a look. Farm. I'm just looking. Is that allowed? Am I missing something there? He played a game against the Reservoir Lizards. Are you allowed to play in the farm and then come back and play and go back in the league?
So long as you're under TV cap, he enters like a new team.
Right. Okay. Cool. That's quite good. Because
he'll have got his 2 seasons bonus if he's played 2 seasons. So that's the 20k. He'll have dropped into the farm. Got a bit of SPP and entered back as a new team, not a returning team.
That's quite good.
I think that's how he can do it, so long as your team's under the new team cap.
Mm-hmm. That's quite smart, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100%... Don't quote me on that.
That sounds about right, to be fair.
I don't know the rules. Until they hit me in face, then I know.
No, I think you're spot on. I think you're actually spot on with that. So he's actually got to cheekily thought, I ain't going to wait for next season. I'll get a cheeky game against some Lizards. Gotta love that. Again, it's another team with no bench. I'm a bit worried with AV7. He's got mighty blow though, so that's got to be a good thing. Overkill, what do you think of the team?
Very glass cannon. It's either going to boot you in the face or it's just going to explode.
Yeah.
I can never get my head right. I think Norse on paper are really good, but when I play them, it's like I want to be bashy. But if I don't knock them over, my teeth are getting knocked down my own throat because I'm in B7.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, I'd be
a tackle.
Yeah, I mean Trippers has done well with Norse. I mean he's done very well, and Norse seem to be quite popular. There's quite a few Norse teams in the MML, so you know. They're good. They can be bashy, but again, I think there's another team who still needs time. He's been smart, got an extra game in as well. Oh, Bezo, you missed your team already, mate. You missed it already.
We would have said you're rubbish, Bezo, and you should quit league.
Yeah, basically, that's what Overkill said.
Team looks rubbish. Don't know what you're doing with it. You should have just started again.
Yeah, just Stevie says he's going to break your team in half.
He's going to stomp on your head repetitively.
He's going to become a team. He's going to become a kill team, and he's going to start with your team apparently, and kill them all. Joey Bob won't survive this season. But guess what, Bezo? You might be lucky. One of us might pick you to come, maybe in the first two. He said, "I think I'm 10-0-0 against Overkill." There you go.
You know you're not Bezo. I've diced you 3 times in a row.
Oh, there you go.
3 times. And you always complain I've got bad luck with my dice. I'm having a very bad run, and every time I play you and I beat you.
Bears up complain about bad dice. Never, surely not. Anyway, let's keep with the Viking power. Yeah, I think. Oh dear, yeah. I mean, at least they're going to get inducements against like the likes of like Weeper Widowmakers, the Rednecks, and I can see this team doing alright against a few of them.
There's another one missing Yeti.
Yeah, what is it? Why? I think you know what it is when, and this is a problem. Someone's going to have to help me out putting a thing to the board. I think the issue you're seeing here is you've only got 1,400 TV for your challenge teams. Look, big guys are very expensive, aren't they? They're very expensive. But what people forget is your fan factor takes a chunk of that as well. So, for instance, he's got 8 fan factor. So that's 80 TV, not on your team. It's all chewed in on fan factor. Then you've got your Apothecary, which is an extra 50k. Then you've got your Revolve, plus 120k. So, you know, I suppose that's why they took the Yeti.
I don't like.
No, I don't.
But the Apothecary and rerolls should always add to your team value.
Yeah.
But a fan factor, for me, I could enter with 0. If I could sell it off, I would.
Yeah.
I really don't care about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that.
Have that 80k.
Yeah.
I thought it might try to enter with just enough to buy a Yeti. You know, after that first game.
Yeah.
Slapping a Yeti into that team. He's got a sub bench, then a 1. He's got his Yeti. So maybe after his first game, depending on how much is a Yeti. Is
it about 140, 150k, something like that? In fact, I could have a look like that.
Yeah.
I'll just try and buy. Oh, I can't try and buy one because it's not my team, is it? It's about 140, 150k.
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe if it's like 140, if he roll, or 150, if he rolls really well on his, his first game, he might just go boom Yeti.
Yeah, and the Yeti would do quite well against like Thunder and obviously the Rednecks and stuff like that.
Well against Grim.
Well, what do you think would be more useful, having a fresh Yeti or a 2-man bench?
Yeti.
That's basically. I mean, it'd probably be cheaper to get two linemen.
I'd tune have a Yeti.
I'd have the Yeti, yeah,
and
because
against the other Norse team that doesn't have a Yeti, if you've got a Yeti and they don't, that's a big win on your part.
I just think the Yeti will protect your better plays, because I'll tell you what, people like Bears and Thunder, if they see Yeti, especially with Mighty Blow and Claw, then they want that out the way. So your Berserkers and your other nice pieces might get a pass because they're after the Yeti, and they'll play differently if you have a Yeti. And like I say, 2 Lanos is great, that gives you 13 players. But with Yeti, it still gives you 12 players. There's only one difference, and he's got more potential to win you a game than the 2 Line Elves. Sorry, 2 Line Elves, 2 Lanoses. Sorry.
It goes wild. At least he keeps his tackle zones as well. He's not the bonehead, and they'll lose that out.
And again, it's giving you the extra punch as well, isn't it? Mighty Blow Claw, you've got to have that sort of punch.
Although he doesn't come with Mighty Blow.
No, he didn't come with. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you'd have to level him up first.
Yeah,
it does come with Claw. That is big help. No, I agree with you. I think probably what he's going to do is, as soon as he can, he's probably going to buy a Yeti for this team.
It's the strength as well. And like Bezo said, Clown, no guard. You're going to get bullied. I mean, the Dwarfs will bully you. The Daggle will certainly bully you. The Rednecks will bully you. If you don't have any guard, it's I mean, against some of the teams,
even got more guard.
Yeah, and they're stronger. So you know, when you look at it like that, it is a bit thingy. Yeah, 3 reroll. Yeah, he's got a leader, Bezo, but again, yeah, I'm not a big fan of leaders, especially on AV7.
Well, AV7, he's going to be like, right, there's a leader there.
Yeah.
Hit him first, knock him off field. He's lost a reroll. That's.
Yeah. Right, Overkill. Best matchup then for the Viking Power.
That's a hard one. I don't know. Because maybe the other Norse, dependent on how he... He's got how much inducements? 110k, that's not enough to get a Yeti inducement. Maybe the other Norse, because they're both equally... but it's going to be a battle of whose armour holds out better.
Yeah. He's got the Mighty Blow, hasn't he, where Arctic Thistle doesn't have the Mighty Blow, so that could be big.
But Arctic Thistle's got the 2 bench, but... I don't know, it's a hard one to say for him who's his best matchup. I think it might be the other Norse, maybe Necro. Because they're lacking guard as well. But...
They've got no Mighty Blow either, although they do have a DP, what I quite like. Yeah. What do you think, Clown?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't want to just say the same as I said for Laser and say it's just a shootout with the other Norse team to see who survives the longest. I think he might have a good time against the Chaos, fresh Chaos. I know he hasn't got a lot of guard, but the Chaos haven't got a lot of Mighty Blow. They haven't got a massive amount of block, so they could try and bully that fresh Chaos team. But yeah, I think he's probably going to have the most fun playing against the other Norse team. I think.
Yeah.
Trying to remove as many of them as he can.
Right. Okay. Bezo just says Clown as well. Hey mate. Bezo, do you think Clown sounds like Calcium Cass? I'm not going mad, am I? Tell me I'm not going mad. I think
my cold.
yeah, the man flu. Like I said earlier, I think Arctic Thistle are bringing a knife to a gunfight. So I'm going to go Arctic Thistle as his best matchup because he's got my blow, he doesn't. Yeah, he has a bench, but he will get a bit of inducements if they play first up with Viking Power. So yeah, I'm going to go best matchup is going to be against them. Yeah, Bez is like a posh, better looking Karma version. Oh, there you go.
That's like consider. How does he know what I look like?
Oh, he's a stalker. Bezo stalks a lot of people.
He's outside my kitchen window right now.
Yeah.
On his fireman ladder.
Yeah, on his big pole. Right. Worst matchup then, Overkill. What's going to make Booberman cry?
Don't know, with lots of Mighty Blow. What's Thundun got? How much Mighty Blow does he have? Surprisingly, not too much. But yeah, maybe Rednecks, maybe Stevie. You know, somebody with like high AV, bit of Mighty Blow.
Yeah.
Just a team that's gonna hit his players and knock them out, and then he's like a lot of teams outstrength him in places. A lot of teams, a lot of teams definitely outskill him. He's low AV. He's just gonna have a bad time against some of the other bashier teams because I think Norse wants to be bashy, and they want to be dodgy, but they're not good at either. They're like middle ground. He's gonna get out bashed. He's gonna get out dodged and passed by Durden. I think a lot of the league's pretty much a bad matchup for him.
Yeah.
Just depending how they play.
Fair enough. Clown, what do you think?
Yeah, similar to Overkill in that I think he's going to have a tough time against Stevie and just all that high AV and the little bit of Mighty Blow that he's got. I think Fundin as well. I think the Widowmakers is going to be tough. He's got he's going to outstrengthen. Not got any guard to try and combat that. He's got a lot of the tents as well. He can't even try and make a run for it. If you can get tents on his runner, good chance he's not going to be going anywhere. and he's got a little bit of mighty blow to start removing players. So I think Thunden's going to be his toughest game. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Thunden's team just walking over him, if I'm being brutally honest. I think Gerd's team could cause him a lot of issues, though, because he's got that one mighty blow piece, and that's all you need when you're blitzing. So if we're looking at like something different to the Weeping Widowmakers, and I agree that I think the Widowmakers should crush them, I think the Pro Hawks will be a bad matchup, because so much speed, so much quality, and the only mighty blow obviously Boomman's got is on the Ulfs, who doesn't have tackle, he does have frenzy though. But I think the Elven Union are a bad matchup for these Norse. I think they're good enough to run up a score against them, maybe something like 3-1, 3-0. Maybe I should just ask Bubberman because he knows what he's talking about on scores. But yeah, I agree with the Widowmakers, but just something different. I'm going to say the Pro Hawks of Gerd. So there we go. But it'll be to see how he does.
To give Bubby his due, he has been smart. He has taken tackle on his linemen.
Yeah.
A lot of Norse team can get quite high TV and not have any tackle. But he's got a nice amount. He's got three tackle pieces. So Gerd isn't going to want to face that much tackle, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be that fun for Gerd. All Gerd has to do is roll a couple of ones, and we could have an upset on our hands. But like you said, I think that will be tough for him.
Yeah, I mean, they're both good coaches. But I just like the setup, and I've seen Gerd play quite a bit of Pro Elves, or Elven Units, they want to be called now. And I think, with his experience as well, with these sort of teams, it'll be a bit. I'm not saying he'll win it, but I think it's a bad matchup for the Norse, because the Norse are thinking, Craig, we're going to have to knock a few of these Pro Elves down. Otherwise, he's just going to be passing all over the place. He's faster, he's better, and he's still got a mighty blow to actually, pick on these AV7 Norse as well. So I think that's pretty good. Anyway, that is the case Prime Republic. Let's go straight on to the Total Enough Alliance, and where better to start than the 4-time champion and our current champion Gedley, who has got rid of the rats and has brung the Elven Union. What I'm really excited about, really excited to see how he does with these. So yeah, Overkill will come to you first. Elves.
I don't like them. I'm not a very good elf coach, so I can't really comment too much. It looks like a decent team, but I ain't got a clue when it comes to elves.
Fair enough. Luckily for both of us, we do actually have a very good elf coach with us. Clown, come on, you're our expert. Tell us.
I am very excited about this team. I have to say, to see Gerd playing elves in the league, especially with Pro Elves or Elven Union, which are normally the ugly cousin of the elf family.
Absolutely.
And no one wants to play them because they're a weird team, aren't they? They're not particularly fast for elves. Or their linemen aren't fast, but they're low AV. But you can, if you build them right, they can be really strong. So I think I'm excited to see what Gerd can do with this team. Like I said, he's got a good team, but it's not like spectacular stat and skill and doubles wise. He's got a fast blitzer, which is nice, and a nice edge 5 blitzer.
Yeah.
With diving tackle, that's going to be super annoying with the sidestep as well. I'm assuming next he's probably going to go leap or something along those lines for that guy to make him extra annoying.
Yeah.
He's got a blitzing catcher, which is great. Strength 3 catchers, which are fantastic. Give him mighty blow. Give him tackle next. He's going to be fine. Wrestle as well. Wrestle's fantastic on elves, as he showed in the pro final when he was using his wrestle rats to keep getting the ball loose from Andy. And he's got kick. That's an essential for elves. He's got some nice skilled up linemen to give him a bit of protection. He's low on rerolls though. I think this is the high risk nature of this team, is that 2 rerolls, including the leader one. So if I'm playing against this team, I'm looking to get rid of that leader thrower as quick as possible. And because he's got so many positionals, he hasn't got many people to put on the line. I think he's got all you need is a couple of removals, and he's going to have to put that leader thrower on the line of scrimmage, most likely.
Yeah.
So, like I say, if when this team is clicking into gear, it's going to be almost impossible to stop. But a couple of bad dice rolls and some unlucky AV breaks, and it could be in trouble.
There's
also got a free wizard with Stadium as well.
Yeah, that's a good pickup. Yeah. That's a very good
has he
pickup.
got he's got the stadium already. Nice. Okay, that's nicely done. He's already got the wizard shop, so that'll be a big help for him. Yeah.
Very good pickup at overkill. Go on.
I was going to say with the AV5 as well. AV5 to go and get the ball. All he has to do is wizard it loose, and then that AV5 can go pick it up from pretty
Agility
much
5.
So,
AV5? What you want about AV5? Agility 5.
AV5, so
he's had a couple of injuries. That guy has got AV5 now.
He's seen the future.
Yeah.
I'm off my face on Lemsip, so it's amazing you're getting any sense out of me. Yeah.
Well, Bezos says calcium is talking sense, so he thinks you're talking sense, so that's good.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. All good. I've done a lot of I do a lot of recaps of the various leagues, and I'll tell you one key thing with Pro Elves. I've seen a lot of good coaches play Pro Elves, and I see Pro Elves win a lot. You know what else I always see? Is at the end of the season, the team is a mess. Dead, injured, stat-ups. You would think the Wood Elves look bad after a season. They've got nothing on Pro Elves. And this is the issue I'm going to have with this team, is that they could do well. They could make the playoffs, but what's going to be left with them? And like Clown has just said, there's 11 players, but if you lose a few players, and all of a sudden your best players have to go on the LOS, that's going to be a problem. And like Bezos, Joey Bob, he'll have a field day with this team. They'll be like, right, what am I eating next? And he's not going to be able to foul much, really, is he? Because he hasn't got the players to foul. So that's a concern. But against, like, I suppose, Thunder and against, obviously, Bezos' team, he will have plenty of inducements. And that's the only issue I've got with this team is if it does make the playoffs, what's going to be left with it? If it's close to this with some development, then it's going to be great. But I've seen it too many times where I'm talking, the pro team, what a great coach, what a great team, they've won again, but oh no, four guys missing next game. Oh, that's a shame, his best player's just got a -1 strength bust, something, he's just died or something. They just seem to just implode. Try to spin it in a positive way, just play rats, so they implode as well. And the good thing about the Elves is, hey, we all have agility 4, so we can disengage. Don't expect Girdler to give you many blocks a game.
The thing is, though, unlike rats, if a gutter runner dies, you buy a basic gutter runner, it's just as good. It's good straight out the box. If somebody kills one of his runners, his blitzers, whatever, you don't buy one back and it's good straight at it.
I don't know. I mean, gutter runner, what, the 80k, you get dodge. That's it, and your strength too. A catcher. Well, yeah, the movement 9. The movement 9. I mean, a catcher's movement 8, but they do get nerves of steel and they've got catch, so they're not terrible. It's just that they don't have what gutters have, is that defensive dodge skills, do they? So I suppose But I always think they're really easy to level up. Pro catchers. They've got nerves of steel. They've got catch as well. They're not a bad team, but I think the reason people don't play them is for 2 reasons. And the dog's going to agree with me here. Is if you're going to play this team, yeah, exactly. Give me a chance, man. I'm going to tell them now. All right. Is that if you're gonna go with this, you could go Wood Elves. That's the thing. You're going to go Wood Elves.
The worst of the elf families, like, do you want to be bashy? Go and play Dark Elf. You want to be dodgy and quick and scummy? Play Wood Elves. You want to try and do it both? Good luck.
What I'm interested to see. Oh, sorry.
Go on.
Is actually he's built this quite cleverly. This team, so he's got the maximum amount of cash he can carry through. Into the season. Yeah. So I'd be curious to see if he's going to go for a re-roll. I'm assuming he'll buy a re-roll after his first game, but he'll probably buy a couple of linemen as well at some point. So I mean, how much is it's 60k?
Yeah, they're not much. I think.
Pro lineman. So he could give himself. I mean, the way he kept his rat team alive. He's really good at keeping his rat team. You saw last night, he had like a 13 player rat team. Yeah, after a full season, and he's still got a full team with a 2-man bench is pretty amazing for Rats. So if he buys a couple of linemen, he could keep this team alive. I think he's got a good shot.
I suppose the good thing for him as well is it's not a kill team division. There's not much bash in this division. I mean, the Dwarfs have got 3 Mighty Blow, but it's not Rivang level sort of punchiness. Obviously the Norse, they haven't got much Mighty Blow. Even the Chaos haven't got, it's a nice division for him to come into. He's only going to have to worry about obviously Thunders and Bearzo's team for attrition, I think.
It's a fluffy division for Elves.
Fluffy bunnies, aren't they? Really, it'd be interesting to see. But again, depends when he gets them. I mean, he may come up with Thunder and Bears or first up, and when he gets to face some of these other teams like Just Stevie, they'll have more Mighty Blow piling on, and so you just never know. I think schedule's always very important. Where you play who.
It'll be a big call if he gets the games at home or not. So if he gets a lot of home games, so he can use his wizard.
Yeah,
that'll be a big help for him.
If he gets the home game against Berzo, free wizard.
That's good. And then he can spend all his inducements on other more interesting things like Appos and Babes.
Yeah.
He's got a good shout.
What the star players are like for.
Amazing! They are the best star players I think in the game. The Pro Elves. They get to choose from everything.
He's got like a free wizard, then he can get like a nice star player. And then probably get an Appo as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they could, Hubris Ratcath would be a good one. See, Jordal Fresh Breeze, for some reason, I like Jordal Fresh Breeze. I don't think he's great, but I just want Jordal Fresh Breeze in my team. He just looks so cool. All that nice hair, and he just looks beautiful. Agility 5, so I can feel the 2+ leap. Brilliant.
He's a good-looking elf, but you're a maniac for taking Jordal. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, but I'd have to. Yeah. I'd take him.
Star player, Eldril. That's all.
Eldril's a punk. He's a punk.
Eldril and a wizard and a couple of extra Appos, and then that's all you need.
Oh, he's a punk. He's not. He's a punk.
The village bicycle elf. Everyone gets to have a ride.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be no good. I'd be no good because I would be like a kid in a candy store. I'd be like, oh my god, I need Hubris. I want Jordal. Oh, but then again, there's so much choice. But yeah, I do like Jordal. I don't know why I shouldn't pick Jordal. I agree with you. But it's Jordal. He's a nice guy. But what's the best matchup then for the Pro Hawks? What's he gonna be looking to face more than any other?
Who's that to?
I don't know. I'm just reading what Bears are put then. We'll go with Overkill first.
I always have a hard time against.
He hates elves too.
So I think if that Chaos team is going to struggle.
Yeah.
You struggle to keep up with elves. He's not got much in case. He's got 2 Mighty Blow, one of them being on a warrior. That warrior's not going to catch an elf.
Yeah.
He's going to be running after. He's going to be like a fat kid running after an ice cream truck. He's just not going to catch.
Okay.
He's got 1 beastman with it, so he might be able to catch, but I just don't think he's going to have a good time dealing with how well Gerd's team is, how well of a player Gerd's going to be. Yeah.
Well, before I come to Clown, I'm going to just agree with you. I think he's going to run the circles around this team. The only thing what worries me is that his record in the farm's bloody good, 8-2-2, but I think Gerd, especially if he has a wizard as well, I think he'll run rings around this team. No disrespect to the coach. So I'll agree with you, Overkill. Clown, agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Clean sweep, I think, on this one.
Bloody hell, that's good.
Gerd's going to be loving that. He would want to play this team first, I think. If he gets this team first game of the season, Gerd's going to be very happy because it means he can. There's not much that can hurt him. There's no tackle, not even that much block as of yet. So it's going to be a nice simple game to just keep away, I think, for Gerd on this one. and then he can buy his extra lineman or buy his extra reroll or whatever he needs.
Yeah.
So this is going to be that'll be a tough game for Silver Suns, I think.
Okay, Overkill West matchup.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Just good. Have a bad
Does he have a worse matchup?
Yeah, it's good. How can you back against Gerd, 4-time MML champion?
Well, you got him.
I hate to say he's got a worse match because he's such a good player. He'll make a good matchup out of anything with his knowledge of the game as well, and all the tasty inducements he's gonna get.
Well, someone's got to be a worse matchup.
His worst matchup, Stevie.
Ooh, just Stevie. Bit of love for just Stevie from Overkill there. I did hear that right, didn't I?
He's just gonna bore him to death.
That's more like it. Gonna bore him to death.
He's gonna cover the ball and bore Gerd to death, and Gerd's just gonna like fall asleep halfway through the match.
Right, and then he wins it by default.
Yeah, when Gerd's disconnected and gone to bed. Because Stevie's bored him to death. He's got the free win. That or it's going to be Disturbing Presence, Nurgle, but I do not know.
Okay, fair enough. Trippers is in the house. Hey, Trip. What do you think, Clown? Who do you think?
While I mean, no elf really likes playing dwarfs that much, and with Gerd not having any, I mean, if he doesn't have a wizard when he plays him, there's not much he can do to crack open a cage. But I think from personal experience, I always hate playing Nurgle. That's always my least favourite matchup for elves. Just because all that Disturbing Presence is going to mess up the passing game. All those tents, I think, is going to hold people in place, stop them dodging away.
Yeah.
And I know I have to play your Nurgle at some point this season as well. Bernie, which I'm really chuffed about.
Oh yeah, my guys are lovely.
Oh yeah, they're less friendly Nurgle. They just like to hug.
They do. They've all got tentacles, and obviously Bezo.
Yeah.
he made me take Booth on the Destroyer, so he's a lovely lad. Apparently, he's always in a bad mood though. Apparently, doesn't like elves very much. But then he's been, you know, what can I say?
I played against him I think I must have played against him in his last farm game before he.
All right.
And if I'd known he was going to your team, I would have stomped on him a lot more. So I'm a bit sad about that. I'm a bit sad. But no, Nurgle's horrible because it's just like everything the team is built to like stop people having fun.
Yeah.
So no, you like to dodge? Sorry that you got tents. You want to pass and catch the ball? Oh, sorry, Disturbing Presence.
Yeah.
No fun allowed.
Yep.
And it just kind of shuts down the whole game. So I wouldn't want to play that. I mean, obviously Gerd is Gerd. I mean, he can probably beat anybody. But I would want to play this team the least, the Widowmakers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, Gerd's a good coach, but you know, like I said off air, you know, I knocked out his Proels with a 1-game halfling team in champion ladder, so he can be beat. He is one of the best, and he's 4-time champion. So I get what you're saying, but if everyone loses games, dwarfs are a bad matchup, as obviously you said, Overkill. And obviously the Weeping Widowmakers as well. Should I say Rednecks because Bezos in the chat, so it didn't tell me off. I think the thing is like you've already said, the worry I've got is you're giving Gadley inducements, aren't you? That's the problem. You know, against the Rednecks, he's got like almost 500 inducements. Against Weeping, we're going to still get a lot. Even Tripp said even Gad lost the game this season.
Pity loss. Just to make us think he's human.
Yeah. He's a good coach. The thing about Gerd though, he's a great guy as well. That's what I love about him. I'm gonna have to go with the Widowmakers as well. I think the Widowmakers, I love the way they're built now. I think they was decently built last season, but for some reason they're even better this season. And I think, you know, with obviously the Disturbing Presence, the way Thundern plays, and the thing is, the Widowmakers have so many good ball players that, you know, even a wizard, alright, so you knock one of his ball players down, guess what, he's got another 2. not a problem. And obviously he's got his Beast. He's got Faith No More, who drove Hawker's Dark Elves crazy last season, if I remember correctly. This is just a real nice balanced team. Obviously, yeah, I'm going to go with the Widowmakers. I think they are going to be paying the backside for him. I'm not saying they'll win, but I think that's the terrible matchup for them. Anyway, enough of the 4-time champion. Let's move on. Who shall we go to next? Let's go to the Nocturnal Beasts. Daipanda Katsi making her debut this season. Overkill, over to you first about this team.
It's a development team, what can I say really? It's its first season. All it really wants to do is survive, I think. There's nothing else I don't think it'll be making a push for playoffs. I just think it wants to play about, get some SPP, level them wolves up.
Yep.
And just survive out this season.
Yep. Clown Zombie? Sorry, do you want to add on to that? Go Overkill?
That's fine. I wouldn't say there's not much else you can say, it's just missing a lot of guard and missing a lot of key skills.
Beza says she likes to foul. So
Doesn't every Necro player?
Probably. What do you think, Clown?
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree in that. It's definitely a development team, but she's made really smart skill choices so far, I think. Like, she's made the correct choices, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
Like, she's blodged up her wolves. I'm assuming she would have loved to have rolled a few more doubles, maybe, to get some Mighty Blow on one of the wolves, or to get a bit more guard around the place. She's starting to get block on her flesh golems. Obviously, that takes a long time. She did roll a double on her white, so she's put blodge on that, which is good. She's got tackle. Like, you've always got to have at least some tackle on a team.
Yep.
She's taken a dirty player, again, really clever to have with zombies.
Yep.
Got a wrestle on a zombie. I'm not 100% on. Just because once it's on the ground, it's not really going to be going anywhere.
Right.
I think if you, but I suppose they can't take skeletons, can they, Necro? I think that's just undead.
Yep. They have to take zombies.
So, and you want to take at least have some wrestle on the team. I think is always useful. So, I mean, why not? Yeah, it's a cleverly, nicely built development team. I think, and a few nice setups maybe, and it could turn into something nice.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit like Defiance's Necro, where to rush in a team and that. It's well built for what it is. That zombie block guard piece is really nice. When we can start getting guard on your zombies, that is just such a big help. The two werewolves are nice. That they've got the skills needed to do the job. Obviously, Mort needs to get his backside into gear and get himself to level up. But yeah, I really fear for this team against some of the more developed teams. I just hope Regen, when's called upon, does its thing. Yeah, well, hopefully for her it won't be. But I tell you what, I love the data player. I love it. Growl, it's great. Joy Bob goes on the floor, boot it in his nuts. Job done. If you can kill, Joy Bob, you'll be a legend. I think that's fair to say. Sorry, Bezo. But yeah, I like the data player. I like the team a lot. It's again, you've got to put in perspective. It's a first season, and it's underdeveloped. But what she has picked is all solid picks. I like every single pick. I don't mind the wrestle. It'll go in the LOS. It'll drag something down. Not got an issue with that. Got a bench.
I'd have gone to a farm gaming if I were before going into the season.
Possibly, yeah. But again,
still got 40
You'd be pushing it, I think. Yeah.
You only got 1,400. It could have, yeah. If you win it, that's 10 on your fan factor. Yeah. Go on, sorry.
Everyone's obsessed with trying to get a maximum TV before the end of the season. But
TV though. What I'm thinking is she could have got some players closer to leveling. Maybe leveled another zombie. To be fair, she doesn't need a bench straight off at bat, because she could drop a zombie and after first game pick up another zombie. Zombies aren't expensive, they're 40k if she needs bench.
Yeah, but the thing is,
have more skills than more players at the start.
The problem she's got though is she could have played an extra game, and guess what? Wolf does. Wolf gets a minus, and then all of a sudden,
did she do a transfer?
I don't know. Is my honest opinion.
Looking at this team, I'd assume not. Like,
because I was gonna say a transfer into this team, like maybe a better White. I don't know. A better flash.
There's nothing wrong with any of the players. They're just going to develop in the league, which I quite like that. I think it's cool that she's got like the bones for like a good team, and you know, she can grow it. And I didn't even really see the 12th player, so she's got a dirty player and a bench.
Yeah.
So I think she's going to be the fouling team of this division. I think
she's definitely given herself a chance. And again, to me, it's got to come down to how regen goes, because there's still enough teams in here what will, you know, bully this team. Yeah, that's my only concern. But I've never seen the player. I'm excited to see, as I am with any new coach, to see how they do in the Challenge League, and I wish her the best on that respect for sure. So we'll see if she can get more wins than a boyfriend. That could be a good challenge between them.
One guard on a zombie and it being
I love
so
that.
slow.
I love that guard on zombie.
Yeah, but it's a big target, that zombie now.
Well, that's fine. I'd rather them hit the zombie than a wolf.
No, but you're not. See, it's basing you. You knock that zombie down.
Yeah.
It's getting back up, and it's not getting somewhere important.
Well, hopefully she'll put it in a good place first off.
Yeah, but once it's knocked down and then move away.
That's what's so good about. Yeah, I mean, obviously if he gets blitzed off, but if you're just hitting him normally, he just stands back up and he moves one square back into contact with where he was before. That's all they have to do. They just have to be annoying, and he's going to be really annoying. That zombie. I just feel like
she should have been. It'd have been nice if she'd have had some guard on the whites. I always like guard on my whites.
Yeah.
She could have gone first skill guard, but I mean, the dodge you can't really turn down.
Oh yeah,
double.
But the tackle
so
one,
dodge
I'd
makes
have
sense.
probably thought about giving that guard.
Yeah, but then if she had guard, we'd be saying that this team doesn't have any tackle, and we'd be saying, it's tackle light. So at least she has that tackle piece.
I've gone into seasons without tackle and stuff like that. After I see tackle on my priority list, tackle comes after guard.
But is that why you hate? Is that why you hate playing elves so much?
No, I've got plenty of tackle. I've got plenty of tackle now, and I still hate playing elves. Fuck elves.
Oh, there you go.
But I agree with Berza there. She hasn't got a ghoul either for ball carrying.
Get a goal later on. Goals are a big gamble early doors, I think. Give it to the wolf. Develop your wolves. That would be my experience. My advice would develop the wolves.
Yeah, like so if she has a goal, then that's just going to be a big SPP hog, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now she can share it up between the wolves or even the whites.
White, yeah.
The whites could maybe even carry the ball if they needed to. So.
Yeah, I mean goals definitely later on maybe, but at the beginning, the way the team's built, I would. This season, I think for her, it's about keeping them alive and developing the team. And like I say, if you can get wolves, and like I say, if one of them wolves gets to level up and all of a sudden rolls a double, gets mighty blow, oh my god, the team would look so much better. So I'd be trying to get them two built up, because I still, with Necro, it's all about the wolves. Look at Bear's team, you know, them two wolves are what make the team. Yeah, he's got good pieces to go with it, but it's them two wolves what cause the carnage, and that's what she needs to do, is get them. You know, then wolves are better and more scarier, in my opinion. Right then, so best matchup then for this Necro overkill. Who do you think she can't wait to play against?
Probably one of the Norses, maybe Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
The Chaos outguards and outstrengths it, but the wolves can.
Yeah.
It'll kill them little goats.
Mm-hmm. Bears agrees with you as well. Bears says Chaos. So
yeah, I'd agree with that too.
Early Chaos struggle, and it's early Chaos unfortunately. Chaos doesn't start getting good till at least 16, 17, 1800 when they can start piling on them skills. Because they're a very bare bones team when you start. You get Horns and your Beastmen and that's it.
Yeah.
So they take a while to get running.
Yeah, I'm just having a look myself now.
Yeah, he's got 2 pieces of guard to 1. He's got 4 strength, 4 people. But he's... But he's...
without the... What I would do is I would just put a zombie on each of the warriors and just say, like, okay, hit 2 dice the zombies all day if you want. They're probably not going to go anywhere because they haven't really got Mighty Blow.
Depends if
and then just start...
he's got 1 Mighty Blow warrior.
Yeah, exactly. But the zombies can just be annoying, and then just start bullying the Beastman.
They're AG3 Chaos Warriors. Buy zombie and just leave it.
Well, yeah. If you want to do some chaos dodges, yeah, you have to be brave.
I do it quite a lot where people don't expect it when you just go, oh yeah, my Chaos Warrior's gone by. Because they see the strength 4 and you think they're not going to be very agile. They can move out, but
yeah,
I agree with what you're saying. It's one of my things as well. I think it's just this team's just going to get grogged down. If she manages to knock over one of them Chaos Warriors, that dirty player zombie's going to come shuffling across and put his foot in.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, this one. I mean, I think... I want to say the Norse, but they all are, most of them are blocked, don't they? Where the Silversons don't. And, you know, I've never liked Chaos in 40k, so I'm gonna go the Silversons as the best matchup.
You're one of the Chaos brother. You're the stinky Chaos brother, but you're one of the Chaos brothers.
I know, but in 40k, I used to be Space Wolves fan and a Blood Angels fan. So, what can I say? Screw Dark Angels; they can all die a horrible death. Yeah. So West matchup then, guys, for the lovable Necro. I'm going to go straight off the bat before I even ask any of you two and say Rednecks will destroy the Nocturnal Beasts. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, well, there you go. That was easy.
It's the exact same team facing off against each other, the same face. It's just that Berzo's got a lot of experience with his team and it's a lot better built up.
Yeah.
Because maybe in a few, 6 seasons' time, she wants to be looking like Berzo's team. But currently, she's baby Berzo.
The interesting thing, though, is she'll have no fear playing against Berzo. And if she does like to foul, she can get some Brabs, she can bring Cheney in, she can probably bring some other good stuff in. And it's one of those sort of games where you could see Berzo might win the game, but it could lose a really nice piece to her fouling or something like that. So that's always a risk, isn't it?
Berzo says 700k to spend, though. It depends what she spends it on, and it depends.
And it depends when you play them as well. And the thing is we're going by what it is now. I always look at it as the West matchup for the first game used because that's all we can really guess. But if she plays him near the end, Berzo might have a wolf missing. She may have got a wolf with Mighty Blow. She might have some more guard, some more tackle. Then it changes the complete, the chance she'll have. But we can go by what we got.
Morg was bribed.
No, Morg. Why would you take Morg? You wouldn't take Morg against that.
Well, I don't like Morg in general. I think he's a lot of money for what he does.
Do you know what happens is one of the golem, stand fair blood golem, just stands next to Morg, goes, you know what, mate, you ain't going anywhere. You can just beat me for the rest of the game.
I've got your number, mate. You're not doing it. Bye.
Yeah. Cheney, at the other hand, is a lot better. So yeah, I think West matchup is definitely there, but we'll see how she does. And like I said, the great thing about obviously private leagues is you can develop it. You know, you could have a development season or 2. I mean, look at Beers. I mean, look how many years he was in it before he won it, and he never gave up. He just kept developing, and his teams are brilliant. And that's the great thing about leagues.
Berzo's got the 2 whites, not whites, 2 ghouls. Sorry.
Yeah. That ghoul's nice.
Think that Jimmy Ninja will just run circles around her team. The Wolves will probably end up headbutting each other, until one of them drops. And Jimmy and the Ninja will just be running about going, try and catch me if you can.
Yeah, I think if I was like Panda's coach, I'd be saying, look, foul. Anything goes on the floor, what's good? Foul.
If Joey Bob piles on, you put foot in.
Yeah. Yeah, just foul. That's the you got to try and Brabs fouling. Yeah, and just pray. But yeah, I think if she gets anything from that game, it'd be amazing for her because it's a really tough matchup, that one. Right, let's go on to the next one. There we got. Have we got 2 teams left? Right, we've got the Widowmakers and the Silver Suns. Let's go the Silver Suns. We'll leave the Widowmakers till the end. Right, the Silver Suns then. Don't know much about this coach, but I think when I've looked at his farm teams, he's got a very good record, win ratio in them, so he's obviously a very good coach. Overkill, you're a case coach. What do you think?
Well, I've talked to him before about... I've seen both of his 2 Chaos teams that he had to choose from.
Yep.
That they were entering. This one's the better start, the better foundation. It's a good foundation Chaos team.
Yep.
But it's, like I said, Chaos needs some TV behind him to get rolling. So, development season, he's probably going to struggle with a lot of the games unless he gets some level ups. He's got a killer in the making, which should be nice for this league.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an AG2 Beastman, which I think probably after the first game, if it were me, I'd drop him and...
Yep.
I'd rather have a journeyman than him, to be fair.
Right, yep.
Somebody fought line that's a bit more useful.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a bit of wrestle, he's got some sure hands block. He's got nice... His Chaos Warriors at least got block and 2 of them's got guard, one's got Mighty Blow.
Yep.
So his Chaos Warriors are a nice foundation. Chaos Warriors are a bitch to level. I had one with 13 games, no SPP, so...
Yeah.
But it's just a team that needs some games underneath its belt and some levels.
Yeah, typical Chaos, isn't it? Chaos Warriors, crikey, you think they're hard to level. Try and level a Nagel Warrior. I mean, at least Chaos Warriors have Agility 3, so you can give them the ball and go on, score a few touchdowns. I mean, that's what I like about Chaos Warriors. They can, score TDs.
Well, I've got myself a nice little block dodge one.
There you go.
That's a tricky little piece that people go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's gone.
My first season, I came in with an Agility 4 Chaos Warrior.
Oh, nice.
Which, he died, but it was fun while he lasted.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah, they are awesome. Agility 4 ball carriers, because of Strength 4 as well. And it's like even when War Dancers just jump in, especially if you give him sure hands as well, it's like, I ain't really good anywhere, mate. If you want to jump in.
I was going for I hope I was going to give him leap if I could have make him a cage breaker.
Yeah.
Jumping in Chaos Warrior and punching a War Dancer inside her head.
Yeah. Ben says there's one for sale. Are you on about Agility 4 Chaos Warrior for sale, Beza? Beza sells a lot of stuff. He sold, I think, 4 or 5 plays this season to different teams.
It's
so it must be
hands in lots of different pies.
Yeah, it's always good though. I mean, people say to me, it's like, well, why would you give plays away? It makes it harder for you. But I'm like, well, it's just so exciting. And I'm sure it is for Beza to see all of his plays he's created.
I'd sooner have a player on a team that's playing in the leagues than sitting in my farm doing nothing.
Absolutely.
If that player helps another player, I know I've done something nice.
Yeah.
That's my nice thing done for you.
Yeah, and it's that's what it's all about, the community. It's it's gonna be good. But it looks decent. Crown, what do you think? And it's looks all right for a 1380.
Yeah, I mean. First thing I got to say is, where's the rest of it? Is this all you get for 1,400?
You don't get much, no.
Chaos team?
Yeah, don't get much, mate.
There's nothing here. Like a couple of level 2 players, like to block on all the Chaos Warriors, but that's about it. Mm-hmm. He's got 2 Mighty Blow pieces, and he's got a ball carrier. But yeah, this is going to be a tough. You must have to have a lot of patience to level up a Chaos team, because it's going to be I mean, how long have you got to play him for to get all the skills that you want? I mean, you got to get them up to 1,800 before they start to like a real team.
And mine's at 1950. Wow. My team's got to the point where it's got its skills, it's playing nice. And unfortunately, that's like the MML's cap. It's like, you level up anymore, bro. You've got to cut stuff. Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's why the transfer system so helps teams like this.
It's lovely. Probably next season we'll be looking to pick up another beastman, maybe a better ball carrier, maybe another killer.
Yeah.
Or Touchwood, none of his Chaos Warriors dies. If one of them dies in transfer window, it can pick yourself up a nice block. Guard, Mighty Blow, Leader, whatever.
Yeah.
Chaos Warrior.
I think looking at this team though, guys, I think the plus points is the 4 Warriors are good.
Clark,
they're nicely built.
What you get for 1400, 90k of that is fan factor.
Yeah. And this is the issue, you see.
That's good.
That's a Chaos Warrior right there, worth the fan factor.
Yeah. But that's just because he's got an amazing record in the farm. So
exactly.
They're a
that's
successful
why it's better to
team.
sack 'em off.
They got a lot of fans. They got a lot of fans.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It shows they're a popular team.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do well in the league.
But doesn't that help with getting more money though? Do they get more money the more fan factor they have?
If you've got higher fan factor, you roll off at the beginning of the game.
Right.
So who gets the fame?
Yeah.
If you've got the fame, you get plus 10k to your winnings at end of game.
Well, that's not too bad then. Extra 10k, always good.
And plus you get better results on the
kickoff
tables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that.
I mean, you say 9. I think currently the chippers have got 12 or 13 fan factor. So, but it is a big help. You'd be surprised how often you win those kickoff results. Consistently over your opponent.
For another Chaos team, that 90k could have been so much.
Yeah, it's true. But he's got a good base. Like I said, he's got the Warriors blocked up. I like the Wrestle. I like the Wrestle Warrior, the Wrestle Beastman a lot. I think so. I mean, with a couple of nice dice rolls down the line, with a couple of mutations, he could turn into a good ball sacker. He's got the ball carrier. Like all he needs now is maybe 2 heads, extra arms.
Oh, he definitely needs 2 heads. Number 6 should get 2 heads next, definitely. Unless he rolls a double and gets dodged.
For me, not 2 heads. It should be extra arms next. 2+3 roll cap pickups.
No, I don't like that.
Has he got a stadium? He's got right and pitch invasion.
Yeah, I mean, bash teams do go for that though. I mean, I'd go for that a lot if I'm a bash team.
I need to change mine because mine's currently got the Weather Dome. But early Chaos, I feel like the Weather Dome's better because range screws you.
Right. Yeah,
he's gonna have a tough season. But I think all new Chaos teams have tough early seasons, so he's just going to have to.
Third season, he's
just going to have to work.
In there.
Yeah, so it's going to be tough for him, but he's got a great record, so maybe he could pull off a couple of surprises.
Like you said earlier about the dwarf community, the Chaos community is so helpful and nice. If you ask for help, looking for players, there's lots of people out there like Shorts, Beers that can give great advice on levels and
they're really
willing to help.
Top blokes they are. They're really helpful and they always give time to help you. I think personally number 6, 2 heads next, definitely, because what you got to remember is people can base this up. 3+ is a bit dicey. 2+ is a lot safer than 3+, so that's why I would go with that. And I would be looking at Claw on my 2 Mighty Blow pieces, because I don't care what anyone says. Chaos, Nagel, you win by positioning and removals. So you need to start removing stuff. And plus, it'll scare the other teams as well.
I think you said the 2 Mighty Blows need Claw. I think the Chaos Warrior wants guard before it wants.
You've got 2 guard. You need an enforcer. That's what you need. You need enforcers.
That's what is. Number 8 will be his Beastman with Claw. I feel like, getting all 4 of your Chaos Warriors block and guard gives people trouble. Yeah,
but then he should have gone guard before Mighty Blow then. If you're thinking that sort of thing, then
I think what is new to Chaos and new to things. So I think he thought Mighty Blow helps me level faster.
Yeah, and that's a fair point.
Which is a good mentality, but also guard wins games.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Although, on the other hand, if I was looking at playing this team with my Wood Elves, I'd be delighted because no tackle, not a single tackle piece on this team. So essentially, I could do whatever I wanted and dodge around and keep away and do Elfie BS stuff. So
Yeah.
He's going to need to get some tackle eventually.
I mean, what I'd say overkill. You said like Mythigo would probably get claw. I mean, obviously, I would personally, if you're only going to give one of them claw, I'd give the warrior claw and then tackle to the beastman, because the beastman's going to be more likely the safety, and he'll have a lot better chance of going hunting after these faster gutter runners and war dancers or catchers than your warriors, because your warriors want to be in the middle and dominate. Like you said, we guard. So having a nice big juicy mighty blow claw piece against other big guys like orcs and ulf awareness and
when beastmen blitz, they're strength 4 as well.
Yeah.
So he's like your blitz police with claw. Your chaos warriors can stand there, guard it up.
Yeah.
And then you can be like, right, this block beastman with claw, mighty blows coming blitzing through.
Yeah.
Sticking in the foot with a guard from my 2 big guys that they're struggling with.
Yeah.
The claw down.
Yeah, the problem you've got though, there's 2 things to that. I agree with the strength 4, but again, you don't want an AV8 piece strength 3 stuck in the middle of a big scrap. Because then he's just going to get targeted, and he's more chance of him getting broken. And also, the reason I said tackle on that piece is because he's faster, and he's just more maneuverable, and it usually... Tackle's just a better fit for that. Where the worry to me, claw is a better fit, because I look at chaos a bit like orcs, where they've got to dominate the middle. So you've got your guard already, and obviously that number 3, go guard on that. But if you've got a warrior who's got mighty blow and claw, and he can chisel away and get 1 or 2 removals in the middle, then it's going to make your team a lot better. Plus his AV9, his strength 4, and when you go against things in the middle, very few of them have got blodge. They've maybe got block, so the lack of tackle there doesn't hurt. I'm not.
That's the thing about chaos, though. You can play them so many different ways.
Yeah.
Like it's not down. It's not like you build this team like this.
It's to your own personal preference, and at the end of the day, if he thinks it's better to do the way you said, guard on the warrior, and then obviously claw on the beastman. And if he's happy with that, then go with that. I just think,
I've not had too much of a problem with how you said, getting a strength 3 guy stuck up in middle, gummed up, because I always manage to knock him over or move him out of the way and pull my guy out. And I've usually got 2 or 3 pieces of guard sat near him, or somewhere abouts.
Yeah, but
he's always ball hawking and hunting round field like a wolf.
Yeah.
I run him like a wolf, but just not as good.
Yeah, the problem is though, this guy's got no claw and he's got no tackle. It's not like it's a developed team. So when you've got let's say hypothetically you've got these 2 we might have blown. If they're the only 2 who are going to get these levels, then to me, tackle is an obvious one for the beastman and claw is obvious for the warrior. But guard's not a bad choice, because obviously guard helps him dominate through guard, but claw would help him dominate through attrition. So it's like I say, now the way is wrong. It just depends how you wanna play, and I just think claw. If you can injure or badly hurt or knock out something and it's out for most of the game, that's going to help more than that one guard piece.
I think this division is going to get too punished for not having too much tackle. He'll get punished here and there, but it's not like he's come up against 14 elf teams. He's got
no. But again, it'd be interesting how he goes. That's something I can't wait to see what he does. See what he picks for the skills.
You never know. He might go for it. If a Chaos Warrior with guard levels up next, he might put tackle on that. And then one of his normal beastmen, he might put tackle there. I don't.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how he does.
A bit of tackle now, but until my tackles come a bit later on, because there's so many other skills that I feel like helps against everyone.
Yeah.
Tackle's one of them. It's like if they've got dodge, yeah, but if they haven't got dodge, it's just a skill that's sitting there going guard and stuff like that.
Yes, that's exactly right, Overkill. That's completely correct. Everyone should do that. Tackle is blow. No one should ever get tackle.
Well,
it's wasted.
Currently, It's a bash again in MML.
That's a fair point. I agree with what you're saying. I agree
about than it used to be.
But again, you find out with a lot of these bash teams, guess what? The blodgers. So you need tackle.
I'm trying to make my blood look better.
Right, let's go to best and worst matchups. Overkill, come on. What's his best matchup? Where's he going to get that big W from?
It could Viking Power or Panda.
Right. Okay.
I'm not sure which.
But
Maybe all the blocks gonna screw him, so probably Panda.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
He outstrengths her.
Mm.
With two. Her team's equally underdeveloped.
Yeah.
They're both going through a phase of we need to build this as teams. He's a little bit faster and slower. He's across the board. He's faster. He's got more movement, but the wolves will outpace him.
Yeah.
But if he can get stuck into them wolves, I don't think he'll have a problem. And he outguards her.
Yeah. Again, he's going to have to roll a power though because he has no tackle against them blodger wolves. That's the only worry. But we do roll. But then again, you see the amount of times I've had blodgers and they just get powered without tackle.
All my blodgers all the time.
Yeah.
Double pow. Double pow. It's like, what's the point of having?
So, it's not impossible, is it? Clown, who do you think's the best matchup for them?
Yeah, I got to say probably one of the Norse team. I got to say is probably who they're going to want to play the most.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe sorry to pick on. I think because Bubby has only got 11 players because he had to go back into the farm. If he can get some early removals against this Norse team and just start bullying them a little bit, then he's got a good shout. I think that would not too bad. The other Norse team, obviously, they've got a bench, so that'll be a little bit more difficult. But neither of them have got any guard, really, so they can't really fight back against those Strength 4 Chaos Warriors very easily.
It's all the block that scares me.
Yeah, but the block is tough. I think if they go up against one of these Norse teams and they get some good blocking dice and they remove some players early, I think they've got a good chance.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go with Arctic Thistle for two reasons. Viking Power does have Mighty Blow, and they're both Strength 4, and they'll be hitting AV8 Beastmen. The other option as well is that Arctic Thistle has no Mighty Blow. Yes, it does have a bench, but because it has a bench, he is given a nice, juicy free wizard to the Chaos, because it's 150 difference in TV.
I hate wizards.
Well, we can get whatever. He can get two babes, he can get a grab, a babe, whatever he wants. But
everyone seems to have good luck with wizards, but for me, they're shit.
Yeah, I'd always take wizards, but I think in this predicament, hey, look, I've got these bludgers and you've got no tackle. Don't really matter, mate, as long as they're all 2+. Bzz, out of the ball, thanks. Yeah. And Laser Elf doesn't have anything but scares you in the way. They've got no Mighty Blow. So, again, he's going to have to expect to roll good dice, where I can see Bubba Man with the Viking Power could tear a few of these.
He's also got that Frenzy, and Thingy's got Guard.
Yeah, so Frenzy Trap. So I think the Silver Suns will beat the Arctic Thistle. There you go. I'm going to put it out there right now. So yeah, but again, like you say, it's write it down and then it can come and tell me off later. So that's the best matchup. Overkill. What's his worst matchup?
Berzo.
That lovely Joy Bob. He'll be licking his lips, I'm sure. He's
Both
trying
of
to
the
eat.
wolves will be laughing the tits off. Some tasty little goats. Yummy.
Yeah, they are pretty nasty. What do you think, Clown? Do you agree with that, or somebody else?
That is Berzo and Funden are both going to be tough just because of their claw and Mighty Blow. But I think Gerd probably.
Yeah.
I think Gerd's going to be the most frustrating team to play against just because of all that dodge and movement and elf trickiness. I think it's going to be. He hasn't really got much to stop it. So.
Yeah, I'm going to go against the Widowmakers and Rednecks and agree with you with Pro Hawks. I think no tackle. Gerd will be able to do what he wants when he wants, and if it's at Gerdley's ground as well, obviously free wizard, happy days. So yeah, I think that's a bad matchup as it is. He needs tackle.
He'll probably come up out against Gerd's team a lot better. He'll lose to Gerd, but his team will be in better shape. He'll lose to Gerd probably, and his team will be hurting for it.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. That's a fair point on both counts there.
I do think he's going to have a bad matchup against Gerd, but his team's probably not going to look too bad off for it.
Yeah,
he might have a player miss.
Yeah, Rednecks and Weeping Widowmakers, he'll be more fearful playing them because they have potential to ruin a team.
Well, do you know I said he's got 4 nice Chaos Warriors?
Mm-hmm.
After playing Berzo or Thunder, he might not have 4 nice Chaos Warriors.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be a tricky one, isn't it? But we'll see. Right, we've finally come to the last team of the full play pool, and obviously it's the Four Horsemen's representative this season. And we've left him, haven't we? Bless him. He's got to come and join us in the pros. Fingers crossed this is the season he does it. The Weeping Widowmakers, Thunden. I like this team, but I'm going to go to Overkill first. Like it? Don't like it?
Bit sounds at thing. He's not a horse when you've given him a pony instead of a horse. Because you guys have galloped off ahead and left him in challenges.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, his team's stacked as shit. I'd hate to play against this team. I'm glad it's not in pros.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of teams saying glad they're not in pros.
Stay in challenge. Unless I get relegated, then get in pros.
Yeah.
Stay away from me.
Yeah, I'd second. I want to be pros, but I wouldn't want to face this team. Clown, what do you think of this team?
This team breaks my heart. It really does. To see such a beautiful Welsh coach at Thunden was a pro league champion Welsh coach to then go to Nurgle and to spoil himself, to degrade himself with this disgusting Nurgle team. Breaks my heart, really does.
Beautiful looking team.
Whoa. I don't like Nurgle, but I hate elves more, so screw elves.
No, fair play to Thunden. It's a really interesting Nurgle team in that it's not typical. There's only one Clawed Mighty Blow.
Yep.
There's no pylon. He's got a couple of tent pieces, which is nice. He's got tents on the Strength 5 warrior with Stand Firm. He's going to be incredibly annoying. And he's got some tricksy looking pesties. So he's got 2 with Adjut, 1 with movement 8. They're like they're a very untypical Nurgle team, which I like a lot. But that might be one of the reasons why he hasn't done as well as the other horsemen, who are kind of maybe embracing the darker side of Nurgle a little bit more effectively.
Do it.
Do it. Well, that's it. I mean, that basically is when people say, well, kill teams or whatever, and you look at it, and Thunden is a great coach. He's a champion. And out the 4 of us, I can't say Van, because Van was in pros anyway, but, you look at the Abomination Nation, very nasty claw team. You look at the Cowboys, very nasty claw team. They both them teams have got plenty of options for attrition. The Widowmakers have gone a different way. They can still, they've gone more let's do it elfish, if that's fair enough to say. And they obviously
don't even say that. Wash your mouth out. That's disgusting. Comparing a Nurgle team to elves.
They're just rotten elves.
Talk about foul appearance.
It's like they're elves, but they've evolved into something better.
This is what happens when elves have been dead for a couple of years and you dig them back up.
It's like an elf team, that's been left inside a broken fridge for 2 years.
Yeah,
and it's been slowly moldifying.
Look at that really rotten tree. That's got some.
Yeah.
No, it's disgusting.
So, rotten trees had a piano dropped on it. Says it's now a beast of Nurgle. Yeah, it's been flanked with a beast of Nurgle. I like this team. I like the firepower. You know, but again, it's different, and that's why I like it. I tell you what, though, and I'm gonna probably get in trouble from Thunden for this, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I have to be neutral.
Apparently, chatting shit.
Oh, I always chat shit. Is he just realised? Number 6, Pro as a final level up. I gotta say, guys, I hate it. Sorry, Thunden.
Thunden loves Pro. He's a big Pro fan.
Well,
I think all of his teams, he's always got at least a Pro piece in there somewhere.
It's a legend skill. It's a goofy skill.
It is a bit of it. Like when it works, it's like amazing. It's like it pays for itself. But when it's not being used or if it's not useful, I just don't. I personally have never had to use it before, so I wouldn't know. I think it encourages greed rerolls a bit too much.
Yes.
I think you're going to greed if you don't get the knockdown on your blitz, and you use Pro, and then you roll into double skulls. You're screwing yourself over a little bit, I think.
What's number 6 supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a blitzer or a ball carrier?
You see, to me, Pro there breaks my heart. It does. It breaks my heart when I can think of so many great skills Sabbath could have got. You know?
Pylon by any chance? Pylon?
No, don't be silly. Claw, yes, Claw. Claw's right.
Claw, Pylon.
No, Pylon, I wouldn't do Pylon.
To make him, if you were going to be a ball carrier, he could have had sure hands.
Yep. I had it down overkill. I had it, you either go Claw, because it hasn't got loads of enforcers, or if you want to go down the ball carrying route, although I admit he's already got some, sure hands would have been good. I know Rank Bruno's got sure hands, but hey, this guy's agility 4. Or I would have been tempted with 2 heads. Because that would be beautiful synergy with agility 4 and blodge. Oh man, that would made him like just waltz through tackle zones. But Pro to me, it's like
it's one of those skills I look at and I think.
Oh, because I'm thinking of Pro. I'm right. Let's go through this with Pro. Right, if I'm picking up the ball, oh crap, I rolled a 1. But I'm not going to use a reroll. I'm going to use Pro. But you know what? If I had sure hands, it wouldn't be an issue in the first place. If I'm going to hit with him, God, he would have been so much better if he had Claw. Unless it's against the Wood Elf.
I'm hitting these Armor 9 dwarfs.
Yeah, Claw would have been good.
Like, if you had sure hands, you don't. You're rolling 2 dice because you have to roll to pass the Pro to use the reroll.
Yes, and then you have to roll again.
Sure hands.
Yeah.
You'd have just straight up reroll. That's the thing about Pro. You've got to roll to use it as well.
Yeah.
Just adding another. It's making you roll more dice yourself without your opponent.
Yeah. The only time I put Pro on is on either a big guy.
Bonehead.
Yeah, the big guy, especially then with Boneheads. Or I've seen it a lot on like Claude Pommers, you know, Chorfs, where people will just put on like his level 7 skill or something and think, oh well, you know what? As long as it's safe to re-roll it, I'll use Pro. But I think Sabbath is a better piece than that. I think Sabbath was such a beautiful piece, and it still is. It's got so much potential that it could have gone so many different ways, but in the end, it just gave him Pro. And
it just seems like a cop out.
I'll give Thunden some dues in that Thunden's very much into the fluff side of things.
Yeah,
and as a final skill, Pro's a very nice final skill.
It is for if you're going down fluff, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Pro player.
Yeah, it's his first level 7.
Yeah,
and he's given him Pro. Like, that's nice. He's done that.
Yeah.
And when it works, like I said, if he's out of rerolls, and it's raining, and he needs to pick the ball up to score a touchdown, that Pro could be absolutely invaluable. But so you never know. Yeah. But you never know. But like, so it could be glorious.
It will.
So I think that's why he's got it.
I'm sure it will come good. I do believe it will save him one or 2 times, but I just think
it might cost him 1 or 2 times as well.
Yeah. But
it's obviously he's just not as min-maxed as the rest of the horsemen are. And that's what upsets you, Benny. Is that what it is?
Min-max. I think my high T. I think I've got high TV. Power gaming, please. Power gaming. In power gaming,
horseman.
What's power gaming?
Kick him out the club because he's gone for Pro.
What's power gaming? I don't even know what that is. Is that min-maxing? In that min-maxing?
In that one of your horseman mottos.
What? Kill shit. I couldn't min-max if my life depended on it. I just buy stuff I want. And if that's like, you know... to be fair though, I mean, Bearzo's gone now, but I blame Bearzo for Buffon the Destroyer. I also blame Cav as well, because Cav is... the story with that guy is, he wasn't going to come in unless Mad Frankie bought it, because I didn't want 2 pile-on pieces, but the problem is there might be a change coming up for the transfers where you can't have legend players, so I was like, it's now or never. And plus, I'm against Wood Elves next season. Gotta kill them. You've got to kill Wood Elves. But,
disgusting.
Yeah, you got to. Exactly, that's why I want dead. They're disgusting. But like I said, fluff-wise, I get it. And like I said, the team's so good, I had to pick something to debate, and that was the thing what I thought stood out as a good debate. Triple HPV, what you taking next skill, guys? There's only 1 point away. Triple HPV, number 8. He could get it in his first game. What skill are you taking? Tackle, claw, 2 heads?
It's Bearzo, man. Not Bearzo. It's God damn, I've caught you off a clown. It's Thunder.
They're basically interchangeable, so you can just call them whatever you want.
Really.
Yeah.
This is the rotten version of Bearzo. It's Thunder, and it could be Pro.
Could be Pro.
For me, it is... Depends if he rolls a double. If he rolls a double, he's definitely getting blodged, and I'd make him another ball carrier.
Yeah.
But I like having backups on backup.
Yeah. It's certainly got plenty of that.
If he's smart, if he's smart and Fundon's quite smart, he'll go tackle. I think he needs another tackle Pestigore.
Yeah.
With a mighty blow, that's good. Obviously, it doesn't. The Edge 4 is nice because he can dodge away on a 2+, and he can blitz somebody with 2 dice.
4 on a killer. And now you're praising Thunder for it.
It's Nagel.
He's a mastermind. He's got an AG4 killer.
It's Nagel. Nagel.
He's a fucking idiot. What blow on a killer? This is bullshit.
It's Nagel. It's different.
It all depends if you're going to use it. If you're going to use it, like if you're actually going to dodge with it, then it's useful. So then go for it. Fantastic. Because it stops you getting pinned down.
Last season during my pool saying overkill's made a good idea. You bastards.
So he'll be, I think, tackle and then 2 heads, and then if he rolls a double, get dodge. Similar to the other one, I think then he's a good player.
I think he needs
claws
claw.
Below.
Bring on the claw.
Yeah, I like claw. I mean, this is one of those teams. When people say, if you could play another team, what would you pick a team? This would be a team I'd play. It'd be a different challenge, but I'd be so excited.
I'd like to play this team
because you got Sabbath.
Level ups. They get
claw. You got Sabbath, you got Rank Bruno, and you got Triple HPV, who's obviously one away. That is a beautiful 3 very talented Pestigores. I love all 3 of them. They're great. And obviously Prince Ludwig is the new signing. I love this. He's got Might Blow, he's got Tackle, he's got Blocks. He's an enforcer in that way. He's got the guard as well, what obviously Overkill like. So if he's in the middle in there, and obviously any sort of like War Dancer jumps in, he's got the Tackle, splat it. Happy days.
And he brings on the claw.
He brings on the claw as well. Got to embrace the claw. But I like this team. Loads of guard. 4 guard already. And that bloody Dead Zeppelin's about time he got another level up, because he could get nicely claw there. Not claw, okay, it's claw now. Guard
claw.
there. He had to be double. But then you got to take pro. See, that's where I would take pro. If it rolls a double next for Dead Zeppelin, you got to take pro then.
Lorna, stupid.
Oh,
hero.
pro would be beautiful on Dead Zeppelin now. I mean, that pro on V-Power V's Beast and Egg, times it saved him on that is beautiful.
You wouldn't go random, go dodge?
No.
Pro on a loan is
blodge,
so much
blodge
nicer, you're not
beast.
wasting your own reroll.
No, I'd go pro.
I don't know. Blodge stand for tentacle beast.
The only thing I'd go dodge fair. If I roll double, if you said to me, right, Ben, you got to go dodge on that Beast of Nagel. The only good thing about that is break tackle next. Break tackle, strength 5.
Oh,
yeah, baby. Let's dive into that cage without tentacles flapping all over everybody. But I'm a bit more old school than that. I'll just break a corner of the cage and then he'll just go and sit next to you. But yeah, I like this team. It was a bit unfortunate with things last season. I think a few things didn't go his way. Hopefully he'll get the rub of the green this time round. It's a good team. Let's go to the final best matchups and worst matchups then, Overkill. Who's his best matchup?
Chaos.
You think he's going to munch on your Chaos? Them lovable Chaos. Yeah.
It's Chaos at low level. Chaos at low level sucks.
Yeah.
It's a team that you need to build into something. So is Nurgle to some regards.
Yeah.
But Thunder's had the time to build his team.
Yeah.
This Chaos team's fresh, coming in, looking to make a name for itself, and it's just so happened to pull the short straw, and it's got a pool with teams that made names for themselves already.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you pulled out Berzo and Thunder out of that pool and put two another fresh teams in, it'd look a bit better for him.
Yeah.
Poor lads just pulled the short straw.
Yeah.
He's going to take his hits like all of us did.
Yeah. Clown, do you agree, or can you see something else?
Yeah, no, Chaos. That's going to be a tough one for the Silver Suns. It's either that one, or it's going to be probably Laser Owl, I think.
Yeah.
Just because he's not got any Mighty Blow, he's not got any guard, and his catchers aren't going to be able to do much against all that disturbing presence.
Yeah.
I think Laser Owl's going to have a tough time against the Widowmakers, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Arctic Thistle because they've got no punch. They're a bit high TV than Viking Power, so that means less in inducements. They could get Cheney, but Cheney would have to have an amazing game, probably his best game of his career to stop the Widowmakers. I think obviously Chaos have got a bit of a problem, but they do have that strength, and they could bring in some like Borak or that strength 6 mana to help them out in that respect. Where I'm not much of a fan of the Yeti on the Norse one, so I'd have to go with Cheney. But I think the Widowmakers are the best balanced team in the division, but not surprising because they're one of the highest TVs there. Worst matchups then, guys? Overkill, who's the worst matchup for him?
Good, because it's good.
Good, because it's good. Fair enough. Good, because it's good. No fear of the disturbing presence then.
It's good.
He's
got inducements.
Yeah. That is a big thing. He has got inducements. Clown, do you agree, or do you think somebody else?
I think his worst matchup. Let's go for Stevie. Let's go for Grimbeard.
Ooh, wow.
The Dwarfs. They've got a little bit of history, I think, between the two of them.
Right.
A bit of a rivalry.
Mm-hmm. That's always good.
And I think Thunder, like you said, hasn't gone for a lot of claw. So, and he hasn't got a lot of Mighty Blow. So I think removing plays is going to be tough, and I think scoring a touchdown is going to be difficult. He's just not going to be able to find a way through all those dwarfs.
Yeah.
I think if Stevie positions well, I think Thunder's going to struggle to get anywhere. So it might just be just a big mosh pit in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go for that.
Yeah, that's a good shout, and this is why people can agree, disagree, and all that. But this is why, I mean, it did actually work for any of us against Revan, because obviously we all had claw and it didn't work. But majority of the time, bash teams do need firepower, and or as Overkill says, plenty of guard to control it. So that's a good shout. I mean, especially if they took care of Prince Ludwig, you never know. But worst matchup as to. Oh God, his TV's so high is the Rednecks. That's like a wizard. I'm going to go with the Rednecks because you know what? The Rednecks can do what the rest of the teams probably can't do. They could really hurt the Weeping Widowmakers. Their two enforcers are serious pieces. Both Mighty Blow Claw, both got the speed as well. He's got a Mighty Blow Claw Pylon piece who apparently just kills shit for a living. And they've also got Jim the Ninja. If he has the ball, it's hard to get off him. And then you've got to look at, he's got the two blodge, Stanfem guard guns, what can hold pieces up. He's got a nice strength for white, can add some muscle in there. And then Uncle Tom's got the Stanfem guard in there as well. He's got kick as well, so, he could kick it deep or kick it short and do what he wants with his wolves. I just think this team's a nightmare to face. And I've always thought when I played as Nurgle, one race I don't like playing with Nurgle is Necro. And I'm going to go with that personal experience and say the Rednecks Irish West matchup for me. So, we've all done. It's only took us 2 hours and 24 minutes. So don't you challenge people. Come crying to me saying, Pro, get all the love. Because this is definitely longer than the last one we did. But now comes to the most important thing. I have my pen in my hand and my notebook. This season, I am making sure I write everything down. And I'm going to come back to these to see who was the geniuses who predicted right and who didn't. There you go. Yeah, see, he's running already. He's gone. So I'll ask for your second selection first, then we'll go around to the first. So Overkill, who will finish second in this play pool?
I hate this. It's such a tight pool. Like, there's like 4 contenders for top 2 spots for me.
Yeah.
There's four people going through development, which is Bubby, Laser, Die, and Ken or whatever his name.
Yep.
I can't pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Just Stevie, Gerd, Berzo, and Thunden. I know Gerd's going through a development as well, but he's just a caliber of player that can do a lot of things with low teams.
Yeah.
So second place, Gerd.
Ooh, second place for Gerd then. Okay, Clown, who are you going for second?
I think there's smart money. I think is a Thunden, Berzo, top 2. Obviously, they're the more established teams. They're the big names in this league. But I think Gerd is the wild card, and I think Gerd is going to sneak in to the playoffs. I think if not first, more likely second. Yeah, I think Gerd's going to get second place.
I'm just writing these down. So Gerd second there. Okay. I like Gerd. Yeah. I like the way he plays. I have concerns of the attrition he's going to receive, but then I'm looking and thinking, well, it's not that bad really. Right, okay. Second place for me is the Rednecks. Berzo.
Ooh.
I think the high TV might hurt him, and if something happens to one of them Wolves, well, it might stop from getting top spot. Overkill, who wins the division?
Now this is a toss-up between Thunden and Berzo for me.
Yep.
I think Warham's going to get pipped by Gerd, just by the narrowest of teeth. It's like, but who's going to beat the other one? I think the Horseman's going to do it this season.
Ooh, some love from Overkill.
I hate to say it, but I think Berzo's going to get pipped at post by Gerd.
Okay.
And Thunden's going to
win the
top.
Fair enough. Clown?
I have to say, I think Berzo and this Necromantic team seem to be like the perfect mesh of coach and team when you see him play. So I think Berzo is going to be too strong for this division. I think he's going to get top spot. I think he's going to beat Thunden. I think he could lose to Gerd, but I think he'll beat Thunden and he'll beat Stevie, and he'll destroy everybody else. So but Berzo first, and I think Thunden's going to miss out on the playoffs yet again, unfortunately.
Wow, Heartbreak 2 times on a trot.
2 times, but serves him right for leaving elves for Nurgle. So probably call it poetic justice.
Yeah, I had this down to 3 teams, and then I had just Stevie as the guy who'll punish if the big 3 don't get it done. And this was a real difficult one for me, because I think the Rednecks should get in the top 2, but then it's like, okay, I've got that. Who do I get out of the other 2? Because the thing is, Thunden's team is so well balanced, but has he got enough firepower? I think that probably let him down last season, because he lost Smashing Pumpkin quite early on in that run. But then I have a look at Gedley and think, you know what, I could see him racking up wins, but what's he going to have left of his team? Obviously, if I'm looking at this as a 4 horseman, I'm going to obviously say Weeping Widowmakers, but I always try and be neutral when I do these things because I think that's the fairest way to do it. And because of that, and because of the 14-19 TV, I'm going to pick Gerd. I hate to say this. I think the Widowmakers might finish third. And plus, I don't want to curse any of my four horsemen. But I think Gerdley will win every match. I think he'll go 7-0.
Write that down next to your prediction.
I have. I've done it. Because the reason I've said that is because what I decided, I forgot to do in the first one, but I make sure I don't do in this one, is I want a crazy prediction or an out there prediction from both of you about one thing in this division, a big thing. Could be anything, could be a death, could be whatever, or you could say the Dwarves are the top scorers or whatever you want. My prediction is this: the Pro Hawks will go 7-0-0 and finish top seed of Challenge Season 20. That is my prediction. Overkill says Joey Bob to die. That's a big prediction. I'll put that down. And Clown, give us a...
That's what I was gonna. That's what I was going to go for. Yeah, I think Joey Bob isn't going to survive the season. I think he's going to be a candle that burns too bright. And I think
foul by Thunder.
Foul by Thunder. Oh, he's put it. I'll put that down. Foul by Thunder.
That's way too out there, but fuck it.
I'm going to put it down though because if it does happen, you know.
I'm just going to slip Thunder a message and ask for his PayPal.
Oh dear.
About Thunder, if you put your foot in against Joey Bob and you kill him, and there's a bit of money in it for you, mate.
Do you know what though? As funny as it things, if I got a feeling if anybody's gonna kill Joey Bob with a foul, it's gonna be Panda.
Yeah, it's going to be Panda, but you said you want an out there prediction.
No, I love it. I love it.
That's my massively out there prediction that Thunder's going to put a foot in against Joey Bob.
If Joey Bob dies, you still get it. But if Joey Bob dies to a foul by Thunder, you are the man. You should get like 50 points in Goblin Gambling or something. That's what you should get for that.
I want a special name I want a special name or something in Discord.
I think you should. I think if that happens, you should.
Great shout.
Clown, obviously you go for Joey Bob as well. Who do you think would kill him? Just on interest. Which team do you think would get him?
We all know legendary players only die on 1-1 GFIs. So it's going to be some innocuous.
Yes.
He's going to be blitzing some like a rotter or a zombie. So like at the end of the game when he's winning 3-0 and he's going to 1-1 a GFI and die.
That's beautiful. So well, not for bears though, but I like that.
Yeah, that's how all legends die in this game, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't have them.
Ask Chris, the death guy.
That was a foul. That was a foul, and it's still sore. Overkill. Don't you speak his name. Still hurts.
Misfits.
Oh man, So just quickly before we go then, so Overkill says Gerd will finish second, Thunder will finish first. Clown says Gerd second, Redneck's first. I say Perzo second, Gerd first. Our bold predictions, that's what was the name I was looking. My bold prediction is Gerdley will win all 7 games and will finish top seed in Challenge. Overkill predicts Joey Bob will be killed by a foul by Thunder. And Clown says Joey Bob will die on a 1-1 GFI. And the reason I laugh at that is because I've seen it happen so many times in Bears with 1-1 GFRs that could so happen.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I tell you what, if he dies on a 1-1 GFR first game of the season, oops, it might be discording you. Anyway, that's us all done. Panda, I think that is Zidja. But I think she'll do really well. Fingers crossed. I got a soft spot for she picks me to win, not like that nasty Zidja who always picks against me. Boo hiss. It's probably the smarter one though, to be fair, because I don't always win. But it's great. It looks good. It looks really good. But yeah, the Widowmakers. Surely not. Surely cannot. He's got to make the playoffs this season. Well, let's hope. We better hope that Overkill's right, because me and Clown think it ain't his. It is thing. So hey, it is what it is. I just don't like it yet. Well, as I always say to people, take a ticket, go to the back of the line. I can't please everybody. But it is what it is. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks you two for taking all that time out of your own personal life. 2 hours 34 minutes. I really hope the rest of the MML appreciate your time, and I think it was a good one. I think we've got some really good things in there, and I'm going to be taking interest on Joey Bob now. You know, hopefully.
Those games now.
We all will. I hope everyone takes it, especially all the lineman dirty players, take a very keen interest in Joey Bob.
He's going to do double go for it, falls down, doesn't dive, Thunder and runs in and jumps in.
Yeah. We didn't die the first time. Boom. Oh man.
If that player never makes it into the pros, I'll be very happy. So come on, Challenge League. You've got your mission. Don't let him live.
Pool, you've got your target, Joey Bob. He's got a big red target.
You know what? I'm going to get all the stick for this, because obviously me and Bears are best mates. We both obviously live in the same city and everything. He'll be like, "Cheers, mate. Thanks for that. You don't think I'm going to win it?"
You're from Hull as well.
Yeah. Me and Bears have got back years. We played.
Yeah, I'm not too far away from you guys.
Where you?
Barnsley.
Oh, Barnsley. I went to Barnsley. I think I went to. Was it Barnsley where they have that big water park next to the stadium? I think.
Metrodome?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Sure.
Could be. But yeah.
A big water park up north. Is that just like a public fountain in a park somewhere? Is that what you mean?
It's a public bathhouse.
That giant pothole in the main road where all the rainwater collects.
Yeah, where everyone wants to wash the clothes and kids and that. Yeah.
Nice.
I can't.
Okay, that does sound fun. That does sound fun, guys. It must be lovely up there.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I can't believe a wood elf guy who humps trees for a living is having to go to Northerners.
Yeah, you dirty elf. You dirty dirt lover.
Yeah.
I'm a hummus-loving, drum circle practicing wood elf. What do I know?
You goddamn hippie. Get out of here.
Yeah.
There you go. Couldn't say anything better myself. Anyway, that's us done. Thanks again. I'm hoping we might have another one tonight, and I do believe it's the one with Rivangin. That's the only one I can remember.
Oof, nice.
That's your in that Overkill's play pool as well, I think. So.
Is it first for?
Let's have a look. While we're just on, I'll quickly have a look which one it is. It could be first for.
First for NSC with.
Yeah, it's that one because it's got eight thingers. Yeah, so look at them. So there's your preview for tonight. Hopefully, so you've got Rivang, Hopeless Necromantics, The Misfits, The Plague Inc., Undead But Worse, Beastie Boys, Chaps, and Stromdorf Stompers. What a lovely 8 teams that is. Beautiful.
Wow.
If you like Bash, tune in.
Yeah, no elves. That is beautiful. And Arturo, absolutely, Arturo is back. Oh man, I'd love him to.
We've had promise in our group chat, for our pool, that Hornet is not going to be playing the role of elves. He's going to be bashing his way with the rest of us.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be the dirtiest one in that play pool. Don't you worry about that. He's going to be that Arturo is a nasty piece of work.
We've got
all I can say is let them fight. I'm loving this. I want to see as much destruction as possible in that group. Then I can maybe meet whatever's left in the playoffs.
The only thing this is lacking this play pool is Bill Cower Power Hour. That's all this needs.
Oh,
sling him in there.
Tag me out. I'll tag out with him.
Yeah, I bet you would. Could you imagine though if you'd have put him in there as well? This would be like X-rated, you know. But yeah, anybody who loves their bash, this will definitely be the next play pool. I've got to have a chat with a few people, but I know Andy said he can start at 8:30 tonight, so that looks good. I would love Trippers to start, but see if he can do 8:30 till maybe 10:30 English time. If he can, I'll get Trip and Andy on at the same time because I think that'll be quite a good thing. Me, Trip, and Andy.
You can get the number 2 in the league to join you.
I know, bless him. He's a good lad, isn't he?
You need to try and get good. That'd be funny.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Trip said sure. So Trip. So if I say 8:30 UK time, then you're all right with that. So because that's what Andy said, he can start that time. So I'll get you. So there we go then, guys. 8:30 UK time.
He doesn't like doing people doing their own pools, by the way. think that's Zidge.
You've lost me. He's not in this.
No, it's Daipan's kit. I think that's Zidge.
Yeah.
Because can I join when you do my play?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it so you could join me by all means. You could, like I said, I'll never turn anybody down from joining me in a recap. But I'm trying to do it so it's not in your play pool. If I can, I always think they go like a bit of a car crash, and sometimes some coaches don't like being put on the spot. But if you want to
talk your son down, and you don't want to talk your son up, because if you talk your son up too much and you get clattered, you look like an idiot.
Well, yeah, it's like when he said in Discord, "I'm going to win the thing," and I pulled him up for it, and we had a discussion. That, you know, I mean, it's like if you know, just I don't know. I always think if it's me personally, I mean, when I obviously do the Cowboys, I'm like, oh God, I rather wouldn't, because if you don't want to. Like you said, you don't want to be too positive because you put a big tag on your back. But then you think if you go the other way, then it's like a cop out, isn't it? So, but if you don't mind the heat, Panda, sorry, CJ, then I'll look into it and maybe we can see. But usually, rule of thumb, you know, I like to do it the other way. But we'll have a look. But
well,
all I
can. Predicted your team last season. You didn't talk much about your team. You left it to me and.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was you, Cookie. I mean, that's it. You know, I just
imagine he's probably just trying to say that like last season was a freak accident. It never like 007. It never happened to him before. He was stressed at work. This never normally happens to him. Like he'll be fine from now on. So I imagine he probably just wants
them words too much.
Yeah, well, it really wants to save a little bit of pride from last season.
You said that. It's pressure, stress at work.
Yeah, exactly. He was under a lot of pressure. Yeah. It just it was a freak occurrence, one of those things.
The great thing is, though, that was last season. That's gone. Forget about that. The thing is that he's got a point to prove this season, so that makes him more dangerous. That Orc team is a good team. He should have a good chance in challenge, and hopefully he'll make pros for the next season. But yeah, we'll get you one. Like I said, it will be a play pool. I can't promise you your play pool, but I can promise you I will get you one. And you'll be able to smack talk that play pool if you wish. So, hey ho. Anyway, that's us done because this has been ridiculously long. 2 hours, 41 minutes. Thanks again to Clown. Thanks again to Overkill. Thanks to everybody in the stream. And like I say, if you want to come on one of the shows, then let me know. I will be doing at least another one today, and I'm trying to get another one done tomorrow. So, all the best. Thanks again, guys. Take care, and we'll see you later.